Alright, guys. I am Alfred Moreno.
It's your boy, Lanky.
Hi, I'm Ruben. Doughboy here.
No James Panoppa.
And this is the Grave Mob Podcast.
Oh my god, I'm so
The
funny.
grape juice podcast.
Okay.
And welcome to the podcast.
So we want to do this at least, maybe once every couple weeks, or see how we could go from there. It just depends on you guys on the YouTubes.
God, you made me horny, stop.
Miles, get your ass over
Alright,
here.
just one
Get over here.
thing we just gotta watch super language just in case,
Yeah.
because of your mom.
Let's watch language.
Yeah, you guys better watch your language.
Yeah.
What words can I say?
If you have to debate it, don't say it. You have to
that's everything I'm
debate
thinking
it.
of right now.
Okay, before we start the video, I just want to say shout out to the Ox Park Lokes, shout out to the Hobart Lokes, shout out to the West Park Lokes.
Hey, let me give a quick
shout out to the
Christine
Ventura.
Applegate.
No, shut the fuck up. Shout out to the VTA homies out there, always killing it, always repping, and
Except for Chris Long. Fuck
yeah,
Chris
except
Long.
for Christopher Long, owner of Stereo Skate Shop. Yeah, he's racist.
Chris called me a gay homo once. It was really upsetting. Okay,
Okay.
we have a whole ass list of questions here, and by a whole ass list, I mean not even fucking 10 questions.
Oh yeah, isn't this your first ever time
Podcast?
doing podcast? Yeah.
Yeah, this is our first time.
Yeah, if you guys could hear clicking of a fucking controller,
No, it's fine.
it's Miles Burley
Burger.
playing
That's not my
Skate
name.
3, playing fucking Skate 3.
Yeah, we have Miles Burley playing Skate 3, so if you hear any clicking and if you hear any munching, it's me
Alfred Moreno ASMR.
eating the Chester's Flaming Hot Popcorn.
So you can only
Okay,
hear
guys,
the
let's
cooking
do a food
industry,
review.
so it's
Food review.
national.
Okay,
No,
best
what's the
best.
list? What's the list?
No, okay, no, best
Okay.
spot. Okay, honestly, food review. Best spot in town. 3, 2, 1, go.
That's fine.
What's up?
That's so
Best
fucking
friends
hard.
in
Fuck you.
What, in VTA? Oh,
Yeah.
only VTA.
Good spots in good spots in Ventura.
No. Alright, most underrated spot
Yeah.
is a place right there next to Coffee Bean in the mall, that Mexican place.
Really?
I've never wanted
Dude,
to go to the mall.
I've never used
I've
that.
never wanted to go to the mall
Shut
so
up,
much.
Shut up. It is the best place at, it's so underrated.
What is it called?
I don't even know what it's called, but it's right there in between.
It's the one
right there
downstairs,
yeah,
right?
it's downstairs in between Coffee Bean and Wetzel Pretzels.
You're selling this pretty good. I might just
Honestly,
have
bro,
to.
no. They have
He got you
They have-
good.
Do you guys know what esquita is?
No.
No.
Well, it's basically how the corn man on
Just
the
corn on the
avenue
cob.
does it.
Oh.
It's just basically that, not on the cob, in a cup.
You eat with a spoon.
And it's so.
I feel like that's
bomb.
less satisfying.
No,
No.
honestly, it's honestly better.
You ever see that video of the cat eating corn on the cob? It's like ASMR. No.
Why are you so disgusted by that?
Why is
No,
it
it's just
disgusting to
fucking
you?
nasty.
It's a beautiful thing. Okay, we got a list. We have
Not even on the list yet.
so Grave Mob highlights.
Yeah, what's the favorite Grave Mob moment you've ever
The
had?
favorite Grave Mob moment
Yeah.
I've ever had.
Alfred Moreno.
I don't know. There's a lot of them. Every time when we skate, we always have at least one good moment.
Anytime
What's
a
your
banger,
favorite?
anytime a banger happens, honestly, seeing a clip from a banger, I'm a little bit more excited to see the hype.
Yeah.
A little bit more excited to hear Dylan scream.
That's what I like. Like in a lot of people's parts and shit, they always have their homies, but they're all quiet and just blah, 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 because they're oh, I don't want to fuck up the clip.
They
But
just
everybody wilding after a trick makes it look so much sicker.
Yeah, it's way doper.
Because you're like,
Also,
oh shit, that's
rest
fucking
in
right.
peace, Dylan. He got his innards eaten out by a crow the other day. A crow swooped down and ate his insides out. Rest in peace. Can we have a moment of silence for him, please? All right, hold
You
on.
need
No, shush. Fuck you.
Alright.
Where was the next? Did my phone just fucking died? No. Okay.
No, that's fine.
Wait,
but
no,
that
we
makes
didn't
sense,
go through
yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, you didn't.
Wait, no, everyone
favorite-
has to go through the list though.
Grave
It
Mob
doesn't-
highlight.
That was
Yeah.
such BS. Miles, you start.
Well,
Well,
I'll do this.
Oh, Derrick can
Yeah,
start.
what's your favorite
Well,
food place?
What?
What's your favorite food? What's your
Oh,
favorite food place?
what?
We didn't finish
Shut
that
up.
question.
What is it?
Shut up.
What question am I on?
No, it's,
Derrick, ice
it's-
cream.
What's your
Ice cream?
Ice cream?
Oh, I love Jamocha. Jamocha ice cream is probably my
Okay,
favorite.
what about
Jamocha me.
Shut up.
No, Great Mom highlight.
Okay, Great Mom highlight.
Great Mom highlights. I never skated with you guys. I never skated so often. So I think
So then it'd be easy for you.
it would probably just freaking difficult because I have a memory of a goldfish.
In your head
I
right
feel
now?
you.
Yeah.
That's true. Derrick
I-
has not been there for a lot of.
Actually,
No.
that's how I started skating is with you and Daniel. That's genuinely how I started skating, and then I ran into you at Hobart.
Mm.
Honestly,
history.
my favorite moment would probably be us running into each other at Hobart. Alright, so we were just chilling at Hobart. There's an empty, like, kind of like
Yeah,
mini
just
spot
you-
where everyone does flat ground. And he did a boneless, and I was like, oh, sick. I haven't seen a lot of people do bonuses besides me. And then I showed him, alright, guys, today we're going to talk
This is
about the
being settled.
history. We're talking about the history of the musty,
The musty
plant.
plant.
Okay,
The
guys.
history of this
So this is the first day with me and Noah meet, and he's just doing bonuses, and we're becoming friends, and we're trading out bonuses. I'm showing him some bonuses, he's showing me some,
right.
and then I show him the musty plant, which
Before
is
it was the
basically
musty plant.
which is basically reverse roast beef. So if you're regular, you grab your right hand, you pit your palm, you pit it out in front of you.
You do
pit your
some
palm,
weird like 360 twist with your arm.
yeah, and then you put it in between your legs, and then when you bone this, your hand is kind of like already like your palm is facing out towards like
You like doing
wherever you're
impossible
at.
on your foot.
Shut
while
up.
grabbing. It's just that.
3, 2, 1, shut up, Miles.
And then
3, 2,
you-
1, shut up, Miles.
Miles, we're gonna have to mute you.
Like we're kicking you out of the podcast.
Alright.
And then you bone this, and then you just flip it once, and it kind of like a pop shove it. And
No, you flip it twice, so the board is a 360. So the nose is still where the nose should be.
Yeah, and
I don't think I've ever seen anyone else do that trick.
I
except
taught
for
him
you.
how to do that,
And then I did it off the table.
and then we
he was
both
like,
tried it off
"Okay."
the table, and then from there on out, I was like, you could just have it.
And now I do it too.
Pass down the ownership.
I just had to get that out of the
Great
way.
Mob highlight. Ruben, remember that time you thumbed Dylan's eyes out with your hands?
I gouged him out.
That's
And
why he's
then
dead and the crows got
But
him.
I felt like a bully after that. I didn't feel good.
You felt powerful.
I felt powerful, but I felt like a bully.
Okay, wait, no.
I felt the power
Okay, no,
surge.
stop.
You felt the power of the bully
Hey,
overcoming
I
your
felt,
goodness.
I felt myself get like half an inch taller.
And you
muscles-
pumped out your
and-
chest.
No, and then my muscles got 50 times bigger.
And then he
That's why I
lost
barely
his
fit in the
virginity
room.
immediately after
Yeah,
that.
I don't think you guys know, but we're all scrunched in this one room because Ruben's muscles are so big that
Too beefy, dude.
yeah, we're all standing. He's like laying on the bed on this queen size mattress, completely covering it with his big
I remember
muscles.
that one time Ruben fucking beat Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay,
I did not beat Arnold Schwarzenegger.
come
This is
on,
not true.
you're-
This is slander. Okay, this is.
You're grounded, okay?
I've been legally told to say he won.
Okay, favorite Grave Mob moment.
It's when I first met Noah. Anybody on Grave Mob? And I did almost an impossible with my neon green helmet on. And he said, "Yeah, you're in."
Yeah, because you died. He almost tell the story about you
No,
almost
it's
died.
I
Tell
went
us-
down.
Tell it.
I went down a hill.
What hill?
It was Palm.
Common.
Just triangulate
It's
the
your
area.
birthday too.
Yeah, no, it was on Dylan's birthday.
Oh.
It was this man I murdered, Dylan. It was his birthday, and
You're all laughing at this dead man right now.
Disclaimer, Dylan's not actually dead.
No, I killed him.
Disclaimer: Alfred Moreno's lying right now.
Okay, maybe just a little.
Okay, go.
But it's Palm. It's like a stupid, dumb looking hill. It's scary. And I pissed my pants a little bit. But
Did you really?
No.
Okay, that sounded believable. I'm
Should've
sorry.
juiced
I,
it up.
It's like,
I
I'm
looked
not
at
a
it.
bitch, no.
I looked at it. My knees were shaking, shriveling, getting tinier.
You're shriveled.
And then I was like, yeah. So I went down the middle of it, halfway, and I slipped out a little bit. I said, yeah, I could do that. So I got to the top.
Fucking half.
So I got to the top of the hill, and then I woke up in the ambulance.
There's a picture that I still have on my phone
I
of you
will-
getting your shirt ripped off.
At this
What?
moment,
You have that picture? I don't have that.
Yeah.
at this moment, I will roll a clip of the video of Ruben dying.
It's not. It doesn't look that heavy, but I tried to like roll out of it, but I just bonked my head instead like a dumbass.
I'm sorry, but that's a neck. and then that's how I first heard of Ruben, cause I had a friend Vince, who was like, oh, my friend's boyfriend is in the hospital and is gonna fucking die. And I was like, damn. I was pretty much like, damn, that sucks. And that was about it.
You know what the worst thing about
And I thought
that
you
is?
were dead, and then I met you, and I was like,
It's so
okay.
he told me I was dead.
Yeah, and that's not the only way I heard you through is my friend who was
He's
like
dying.
is like, oh yeah, do you know this guy Ruben? No, well he's fucking dead.
Super guys are like, yeah, I think he's dying. But no, I got to the hospital. They're like, yeah, you're bleeding out of your ears. You shattered your skull.
Oh my god!
And they're like, yeah, your eardrum popped, so you're gonna have ringing out of that ear for a little bit. And then I was in the hospital for like, I don't know, my mom told me like 4 days or something. And 2 of those I wasn't like awake.
And now he can't smell.
Yeah, I can't smell. I couldn't walk for 2 weeks
I
either.
fart in Ruben's face all the time, and it doesn't phase him at all. And it's the best.
I've seen it happen.
I fart on everyone else. They're like, oh, what the fuck, bro? And they get all fucking.
I just
buff.
start sniffing harder because like save everybody else the trouble, suck up all the smell.
Who's taking one for the team? But
Miles' favorite bra moment.
alright, what's
one?
I don't know.
No, what's your favorite mom moment?
Oh. I thought I said my. Oh, I guess.
No, a bra moment.
Yeah,
Oh.
bro moment.
I don't know. I think when I met Dylan. I met Dylan Goblin separately to you.
Man.
And
Rest in peace, Dylan.
rest in peace, Dylan, and his
And his rotting gay corpse.
and it was that was the first day I met him. I did the church gap, and he was like screaming. I was like, Jesus, I've never had this much like hype brought to a drink before.
Honestly, now that I think about it, best grade mob day was either
That-
Santa Clarita, LA.
Oh,
We just recently. Oh, I guess we're teasing it.
Ah,
we went to
Derrick.
LA.
to
and
the
we got-
2 people that want to watch it.
to the 5 people that is listening to this podcast right now that made it through 12 minutes, you guys are the champs.
To the 12-minute mark of us like fucking lying about how Dylan's fucking dead.
What do you mean?
What do you mean lying?
Yeah.
It's not your fault. The crash was 13 years ago. You have to forgive yourself.
Never. I'll never let this victory.
Miles, your favorite bro moment. Go.
Mine's the church gap, dude.
It can't be. There's
It is.
bigger. There's cooler shit.
I know,
that's
you'd
happened.
think it wouldn't be the church gap when I fucking got domed on
yeah. You saw me do it and was like, that's sick. And then went to Ollie and all like, oh my god, I'm surprised your head wasn't.
I didn't
cracked.
even
I'm
know
surprised
this
my
white
head's still
boy. That was my
fucking here.
first time meeting Miles.
That was my first time meeting all you
Any
guys.
of us.
And then I was like,
Fuck,
oh,
dude.
who the hell is this white pasty boy that Noah brought along?
That was
I was
like-
oh, okay, whatever. I mean, like, I've seen him on, like, Mania. And then I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool, whatever.
Oh,
He's
don't
good.
bring
No, okay, don't bring up. Okay,
Don't
scratch
bring
that.
up fucking
Oh,
Mania.
okay, we're cutting that out.
Yeah.
But I met all you guys at Hobart, and then I think I like tried to do a hard flip on flat, and I remember Ruben going like, oh, and I was like, okay.
I think I'm about to bust. That's what he said.
I got really scared.
You got scared.
Yeah, because you do hard flip.
And
I
then
didn't think those were
You're
real.
like, he's alpha male.
And then I tried to like an inward heel or like a laser flip because I fucking
The hard
used
flip
to do that
Chad.
shit.
Imagine me.
And then they were all like, whoa, what the fuck? And I was like,
What the
I guess I'm
fuck?
good at this.
Imagine me being this tiny brown man, looking at this tall, big white man do a hard flip. Or a laser flip.
Look at this super small, barely reaching 5'1"
I'm
brown
pushing
man.
5. Fuck you.
Skate with this tall ass. How tall are you?
I'm like 6'6".
6'6".
He's 6.5 feet.
6.5 feet. This mountain of a man.
I'm
It's
bigger than Dante Hill. That's all.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's a cool thing to watch.
We all ran into iShotware and Alfred didn't. Haha.
Haha, what a bitch.
And I'm the one that likes him the most.
Yeah. I didn't even know. He totally like dapped Miles up, and I was like,
I
damn.
was just happy just by seeing him, like not even being able to see him, but because it was so dark at Buena, I could just see his eyes,
Well,
and
why
not to
couldn't
be
you see
fucked
him?
up.
You fucking suck. Not Dante Hill. iShotware's gonna listen to the Great Mob podcast and be like, man, fuck these guys.
He's like, Great Mom.
We're gonna
or,
be
like,
on
Gay Mom?"
skate line, and Jerry Rogers is gonna be like, man, fuck Eric Great Mob.
And then I remember I'd only been skating for 6 months, and then I saw Noah bonus it, and I was like, well, that can't be that hard.
Oh my
And
god.
then I fucking tried to ollie it.
Just-
Stuck like 2 or 3. No, I didn't even stick 2 or 3. I think the first one I stuck is the one I died on.
Yeah.
And then I fucking was just like, well, if he can do it, I can do it. And
And he smacked the dome and somehow made it alive.
I don't
I
believe
got up. I didn't feel shit. I was just like, I guess I just fell down.
That was literally day.
I literally went up to Noah. I was like, I think I want to try it again. He's like, you should sit down. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't believe
That
Moss
was
has any
literally
fear.
day 3 of me going back to that because I fucking
Got
got
annihilated.
bodied me like 2 days in a row. And by the end of that gap, I was like holding my hands above my head because there's like fucking like gallons of blood dripping from my palms.
Me too. I remember we both fucked up our hands.
Yeah.
Stigmata.
I couldn't.
Okay,
that was,
dog,
like, the
don't
first
try
time
to
I
join the
started
clout.
talking.
His hands were destroyed.
Yeah, I could barely walk.
I
Don't
fuck
try to
up my
hop on
hands
the-
the most out of everybody though. I always fuck up my hands.
James always fucking up his hands too.
My hands are so dirty right now. I'm like a coal miner.
No comment. And then I think that's why you and me started talking in the first place. There was a person, and
Yeah, we're not even gonna say her name. All we know is that
there was
she's
a
a
person
bitch.
that
You shall not be
introduced-
named.
Thou
introduced
shalt
me
not
to
be
you.
named.
And I remember I like didn't talk to you at all, and then I was like, oh, I fucked up my hands, and then I would send you photos of just my fucked up hands, and you'd send some back, and that was like the only time we talked. We didn't even say words to each other. We just sent each other photos of our fucked up hands. And I was like, all right, this guy's cool.
That's what. Yeah, because I don't think I ever talked to like really anyone regularly.
Yeah. And then, what's the next one? What was it?
Let's do favorite. Actually, now let's
Because
wait.
I kinda went into
Favorite
the-
slams.
favorite
alien.
slam?
Favorite slams. Alfred. No. Derrick.
Favorite
Derrick,
slam
what's the favorite slam
you've ever seen?
I've ever seen?
Yeah.
He's never been on the super buck sessions though, so he's only
No.
been like on the skate park session.
You might have seen me trying to hard flip the wave.
Well,
I
have you?
did. I see.
You saw
Yeah, I
me
saw
doing
it.
that?
Yeah.
I slammed a lot on that trick.
What's
Like,
your favorite
I-
personal slam? That one that you've taken.
Well, let's say that it was like off the table at Hobart, and I landed the wrong way, so I gave myself a hairline fracture. And I walked it off so cool. I walked it off and said goodbye, everybody. I went home.
I can see Derrick doing that. Okay, goodbye, guys.
I went home, cried myself to sleep, and then for the next 3 weeks, I just went to school. I skateboarded because I go to school.
Oh yeah, This is when you went to Buena, right?
Yeah, this one I went to Buena High School, so I skated home. I
That was
skated
sick.
home and I
That was
skated to
sick.
school. So I never went to a doctor.
Oh my
And
god.
I was riding with this hairline fracture for about 4 months. Not 4 months. Yeah, 4 weeks. 4 weeks.
Oh my
Fuck.
god.
Jesus
And I remember seeing you go to school.
Dude, I got a hairline fracture on my foot, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done. You remember that, huh?
Yeah, but when you went to fucking West Park and you tried to do the
Oh
wave
yeah.
thing.
Oh, that's right.
Alf,
That's
remember
why-
when your board hit your head and you just started bleeding?
Oh my gosh.
That was
Okay, guys.
fucking
Okay,
hilarious.
honestly, I think that might be best slam is either Noah at this secret spot. We can't say anything. We can't say anything. And this fool bonus 180 something, and then he lands and he messes up, and his foot hits the ground so hard, and his shoe comes off, and he flies, and he bounces all of us. And we're like,
my
oh,
shoe
he
went flying and I
dead.
knocked the wind out of myself. I was like, ugh.
He was like, oh. And then in the clip, you could just hear in the background, it was like, dude, lift up your arms. Lift up your arms.
We have a clip of that?
We can't disclose that.
We can't talk about anything besides just that.
Yes, we can.
No, we
I
can.
think my favorite slam is Dylan when he was going down the dirt hill.
Okay. 1 second. I'm gonna roll the clip right now. And that's what.
Ouch.
You laugh against the
I wish I had a soundboard go. Ooh.
He fucking. What did he do?
He hurt it. He hit a hole.
No,
and
he hit the. I hit the hole, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Like,
Yeah,
bounce.
I swerved around it, and then he just hits it
Just
straight off.
And in the video, it's so funny too because you just see him
He's
fly.
flying. Dude, he lands right on his shoulder. It's so messed up.
Oh my
Rest in
god.
peace, Dylan.
He
dude.
flies
fucking
right-
died.
He couldn't move.
He was
could
like
not.
Superman. He just flew out of the
We
frame.
all together had to jump him back over the fence. Yeah.
You had to
And-
carry him, like push him over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like literally.
So, oh my god.
Mine was probably.
And the front side face smack. That
That one. Okay. That one
Oh,
was
yeah.
off the wave, yeah.
No, I remember filming that and being like, oh well, like I was concerned for like, cause like for a full like 30 seconds.
And then in the back.
Yeah, for the full 3 seconds you didn't respond. You just smacked your face in the laid there.
And
all
it's
I know,
so
I
quiet
laid there
too,
with
but
my
you hear
eyes
me
down.
too, like going. Oh. And then I looked over, and then
You guys turned them off.
Alfred claims to saw a scary, a small brown apparition ride by.
Claimed to
A small pink apparition.
Small little brown stain.
It was a small
And
brown
then-
stain.
Me personally, I think a good one is the one on the fucking the Ohio rail, where I fucking went to
there.
front lip it. Were you not there?
No, I was not
No,
there.
I think you were around eating chicken or something.
Oh, why do you say that?
Because we were eating chicken with Casey the
Okay.
day I was.
Okay.
But Dame was there. Shout out to Dame. And I fucking.
Yeah, shout out to Dame.
Shout out, Dame. Shout out.
But I
Dame
went
kissed
up.
me once.
What?
What?
But I went up, clipped the front truck, trying to front lip the 8 rail at Ohio. Immediately took it to my nuts, fell forward, and then just slammed my face on the ground. Laid there for straight up 10 seconds, just saying nothing and just breathing and looking up in the air. And when I looked over at Dame, he was just open mouth, and I was like, should I do it again? And then I got up, I was like, fuck it, I guess I'll do it again. And then it took 50 tries because I'm not that good at skateboarding.
Every skateboarder has this mentality. Once you every skateboarder has a mentality oh, when you fall, you gotta brush it off. But that's awful because when you fall and smack your head and you're bleeding out of your eyes, every skateboarder has that running in the back of their head, and they know if they're gonna stop, someone's gonna be like, man, look at this fucking pussy over here. So you have to do it until you can't walk.
I don't think I'd be able to walk if I hit my dome.
If I hit me dome.
I hit me dome.
Me da.
No, 'cause I couldn't walk for 2 weeks.
You know what was another good one?
Yeah, I actually tried walking after hitting my head for the
It's
first
so
time
hard.
skateboarding, and it fucking sucks.
A good one was the one at the VC rail the handicap one that I ollied over.
Oh
And
my
I
god, you
clipped both of my
flipped over.
fucking. I clipped both of my fucking feet on the rail and then just took it straight to my back in the back of my
I
head.
was so down. I remember
And
saying
then
that.
everybody's like, Miles, you gotta chill. I think we should take you to the hospital. And I was like, not fun. I feel pretty good right now.
I think Miles takes the most gnarly slams.
I think I
He's
don't
always
take the
hitting his
most
noggin.
gnarly one. I think I just I take them most often.
Yeah,
Just because I'm so fucking lanky and my fucking limbs.
it's
get
because he's
caught
got a
up.
higher center of gravity. It's physics.
I don't mean to brag or anything, but I kind of love it when I fall because it's
You
just,
never
it's,
fall,
it's
dude.
honestly
It's
like
so
a cat. I
graceful.
just roll and then I'll
It's
hop
funny.
and then I'll do a cartwheel even when I'm falling.
I've seen Alfred flip, try to do a frontside grind at Sedio and somehow mess up and then go to do a handstand.
On the coping.
Today I saw Alfred fuck up a trick in the pool. He was on the lip, and I blink, and he's just standing right there in the middle of the pool.
That's so scary. I think my favorite slam. I don't know.
Okay.
Actually, it was really funny to see Alfred come to the shop, and then looking at him walking, just be like, "Hey, what's up?" And then him being totally normal, and then blood dripping down to his eyeballs.
Oh, after when I
Yeah,
bumped
after
my
you
head.
smacked your head.
Oh, that happened to Jacob once. Jacob was in a parking lot and it had a slight slant to it. He tried to ollie onto it and he just slipped out super hard into his head, right onto his forehead. And he looked up at me and this other guy and he was like, "I'm bleeding." And I said, "No, you're not." And it just immediately just a shower of blood on his face. We didn't
I
even go
love
to
that profile picture of me, just the blood. Just
Yeah.
we didn't even go to the hospital or anything. He just went to the nurse's office at Buena. We had to be the guy because I guess he had some training or something. I don't know, probably bullshitting, but he made sure if he fell asleep he
Probably
wouldn't
watching
die.
some YouTube videos.
I heard that was a myth.
I don't know if
That
it's
the
true or not.
concussion thing was a myth. That if you
if
You fall asleep, you die.
that
Yeah.
no,
No,
if you
you
fall
have a
asleep,
high
you have
chance of dying.
you have a high chance of being in a coma. But I've heard that if you have a concussion and you fall asleep, you no matter what you do, you're already gonna be in a coma. Even if you don't fall asleep.
But, yeah, and then we went to Carl's.
So that's a tip. If you have a concussion, please go sleep for 10 hours.
And fucking die.
No, we didn't even go to Buena at first. We went to the Carl's Jr. bathroom to clean up his blood. So he's dripping on the way there. It's like gross.
You had to go to the Burger King
No, the Carl's Jr. bathroom.
Up
Yeah,
Victoria?
oh,
Why would you
I
go
gotta
all the
go.
way up Victoria?
No, we were in the parking lot next to it.
Oh.
And then he dies, so we go in there to clean up all the blood. And then some guy walks in while we're doing that. He's like, whoa. And then fucking he leaves. And then
He's like Hank Hill when he walks in. He's like, oh.
whoa.
Well, think about Buckle Boys.
No, and then we went to go to the nurse's office at the school, and then we don't see Jacob for like 4 hours. He comes back with stitches in his head.
Okay, this one's for Derrick though, just because he's kind of like
No, he didn't get
No,
it's like our first I guess guest-ish, and
We're just always gonna have people who's ever hanging out with us, and if they're down for the podcast.
I want Casey.
No, wait, it wasn't stitches. It was just
Yeah.
bandages. It was bandages. He had bandages on his head. That stopped it.
and then but Derrick, how did you like meet everybody? Like,
How did I meet
'cause
everybody?
I think
Yeah, I
Derrick's,
don't know.
like when we like.
I have to banish you to the garage. Wow,
Okay.
there's a lot of you in here.
We're filming a podcast. Would you like to say anything for our podcast?
I'd like to say go to the garage.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we will be taking a short break.
And welcome back to the Grave Mob Podcast.
I hope you get cum in your eye for that.
That's a nag. Yeah, by the way, Grey Mob, we're all kind of gay, okay? We say some gay shit.
I'm not gay, man. What's up?
We're not gay. It's just we just talk gay, okay?
I'm
So for
comfortable
all
with,
you guys that are uncomfortable with that, whatever.
If you're uncomfortable with that, you might just be a little gay.
Yeah,
There's a little gay in everybody.
I'm comfortable enough in my own sexuality to act gay.
I'm comfortable enough in my own sexuality to fuck a man.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, wait, cut.
Wait. That'll show.
There was a question for me?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How did you meet all of us? Because like I think we all met you. Kind of
I had no
school.
Yeah, everyone met them.
I had no clue how Alfred was like, oh, Derrick Doe. And I was like, how the fuck do you know Derrick Doe? Because I knew you from Daniel.
Well, let's see. Let's start from Noah, because I know Noah from a friend, and his name is Daniel.
Daniel
like, oh
Montes.
man, this dude named Noah. I was like, I don't know who the fuck he is. I was like, sure, why not? So I believe mine is Foggy. So earlier when you hang out with Daniel,
Yeah.
and I was along, I tagged along,
Yeah.
so I got to like know your name. That's how it usually is. Like I have to know a person's name,
Yeah.
and then like, cause
What are you laughing about?
He's trying to land in the cushion, but he just hit his head.
Fucking idiot.
Fucking Alfred leaned over to me and he was just like, hey, do you have any napkins? And I was like, no, I don't have any napkins. And he was just like, what? Can I go grab something from some toilet paper from the thing? And I was like, dude, why? He's like, I got boogies.
Why did you have to whisper that?
Because Derrick was telling his story.
Well, that we interrupted his story
That's
completely.
how I know Miles is gonna go for me.
Something about, bro, I got hella boogies.
Okay, Derrick,
Just
continue.
all low-key and subtle. Just
Derrick, let's finish.
so I know Noah from Daniel, and so we started skating. I would hang out with Noah when he's with Daniel, so that's the only time I would get to hang out with him. And so we our acquaintances. I would say that.
Yeah.
So and then Ruben, I don't know what the fuck Ruben is.
Go fuck about this bitch.
Literally,
Ruben.
I have no memory of Ruben and me hanging out at all.
Cause
I knew you in
There you
middle
go.
school.
Did I?
Yeah. I think so at least.
What middle school did you go to?
you
I
fucking
went to
bullied him.
Balboa.
You took his chocolate milk
I
that
went
they
to
would
Balboa,
serve.
too.
I
But
know
I'm
you went to
kind of-
Balboa.
I think you were probably in like 8th grade when I was in 6th.
Mhm. Weird.
Did you ever take woodshop?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I always knew that one lanky boy.
Yeah.
And his name was Miles. I don't think he ever remembers me.
Oh
but I
no,
was
you threw Guru. That's who it was.
Guru.
Yeah, Guru.
Oh shit, dude.
All I was doing in middle school was fucking playing Minecraft.
Yeah, me too.
I was just playing GTA 5 and Minecraft.
Borderlands 2, baby.
I was playing Minecraft and Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword.
Did you ever go to RDV?
I don't know.
And then I have a good one for all.
What is
of you.
RDV?
Real Life?
How'd you meet Alfred?
I did for a month.
Yeah, that's. I did
I
go to
did
middle
for a
school.
month,
Yeah.
and I switched out.
I don't know how I remembered you for so long.
Really?
Because you were only there for a month.
Oh shit.
I saw you once. I was like, oh shoot.
It's that Asian kid, dude.
Yeah,
Just
and I
walking
see,
by.
and I see you like 5 years later. I'm like, whoa, hey, it's Derrick.
Guru just out of nowhere says, I know you. I was like, what? He screamed at me in the gym. He was like, I know you. And I was so confused. Like, I don't know who the fuck he is.
You're like,
Literally.
okay, retard.
It's like when you see an odd. It's like,
How
oh,
did
do you
you
remember
not
me? And you were like 2.
Oh,
Dude,
I thought I
Brian.
like I knew you from woodshop, but then I never I didn't really meet you until over.
Yeah.
I'd say.
I would see you around. Like, I wouldn't interact with you.
Yeah.
Because I was so social. I was like, dude, that guy's cool. But I didn't want to talk to him. You're shredding. I'm just a dude with the board.
I just remember seeing you exist, and that was it.
Oh yeah, we had band together.
Oh my god, we did.
Yeah.
That's the most gayest thing I've ever
Shut up.
We played percussion, dude. We were fucking hard.
You guys are cool kids.
Okay, relax.
I'm sorry, but
I'm
the band kid trope is 100%
100%
accurate.
I could beat the shit out of a band.
Okay, no.
With a fucking trombone stick, dog. I ain't even that strong.
And I'm
I
not
could
saying
beat
that.
the shit
I'm
out
not
of a
saying
band
that
kid.
above any band kids. I'm saying that because I'm on the level. At least I'm self-aware.
And then lastly, for Alfred, we had this whole bunch of skater groups that it was in freshman year of high school. I had a whole bunch of people that would skate, and I was just Derrick. And so I was like,
I was out here being Derrick, you know.
I was out here being Derrick, and so I just slowly just
Doing what Derrick's does.
getting to know other people, and I started to know Alfred. I know freaking other people. I forgot their names. Hell yeah.
Dude, Brian, because he was skating with Brian and Guru, and I started skating with Brian and Guru a lot.
I remember.
I was like, oh, sick, and then he was down for Hobart all the time. I was like, hell yeah.
I remember seeing you guys skate all the time. You guys and Ezra when it was freshman year, I was definitely I was still skateboarding.
You're definitely getting into drugs.
I was definitely
You hear
getting
that,
into.
Mama Panama?
I was definitely
I started
getting
doing drugs.
to crack rock.
Ooh, I'm
that
telling
sticky
your mom. I hope your mom watches this. Honestly, bro.
No.
Mama Panapa, if you're listening, let's go to the dispensary and make a video.
Okay. Just to clarify, if she's listening to this, if she does listen to this,
We love you.
that last part was a joke. I wasn't doing crack cocaine.
Unless she was trying to cover up.
I remember seeing all these skateboarders. Okay, I say all these skateboarders. I mean fucking
Like the Hobart Grom.
four skateboarders ever.
And then 6 kids.
And then for you, Brian, Guru, and that's all I could fucking remember. The only kids that would see around one and be like, oh, those kids fucking they skate, that's sick. But I never wanted to go up to you guys and be like, oh, we should skate, because I was still.
Honestly, bro, not to be fucked up, but me and Brian would have been like, what the fuck? You can't just
And
come
it
up
wasn't-
to us and just fucking say, you wanna skate?
I was also I didn't want to skate with anyone other than Daniel, and even then I was like, I'll skate by myself.
Well, with me, it was weird because I don't think I ever I've skated probably not the longest out of everybody in the group, I would say.
Yeah,
He's
no,
the
yeah.
best.
No, that's not true, Alfred. We all know it's fucking you. But
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Miles, but
I'm
Yeah, it's
sorry,
true.
Miles,
Alfred
but
has so
no,
much
it's
fucking
Miles.
flow.
No, me and Miles just have our big pros and cons. Miles is he's got so much trick selection. It's just me. I just have more flow.
Alfred's
It just takes a
pros
while.
is that he's better than Miles.
No, shut up.
Come on, he's not better than Miles.
Disclaimer: I am not.
It's just I have weirder tricks that just take me a long time sometimes, and then but you just have your shit locked down.
And I don't have a lot. Though.
I don't know.
I just have stuff, but then I lock it.
You're
down.
getting a lot now though.
I am.
Once you started getting into flip tricks and that shit, I was like, oh damn, Alfred's good. I was like,
Dude, no,
I
we're
kind
in
of
trouble.
want to stay on the topic of skateboarding.
Instead of saying the N word in this podcast, we're just gonna say no.
That's what we do all the time. Is
Uh-huh.
because none of us are black. Fucking cutting that too. Fuck you.
Let's talk about our
Skateboarding.
favorite BTA look.
Oh yeah.
Alright, my favorite.
What is BTA?
No,
VTA,
VTA, Ventura.
Actually, let's count the county.
Yeah. We're like
what about
we're
Oxnard?
homies with people in Oxnard as well.
I mean, like, just like
Like
okay,
Borja and
whatever,
all
yeah.
them, they're fucking.
Yeah,
they're
it's
tight.
like, okay, how about we go per city?
No,
Ventura?
we're going.
Just say your
Wait.
favorites.
We're going best skater, just overall, no matter what, and then we're gonna go to best homie.
Not
Let's
best,
keep
not
it
best,
together.
favorite, just
yeah,
favorite.
favorite, not
Okay.
best, but they all have their pros and cons, like everyone else. But like, you're like your favorite.
Yeah, like Chris Long's a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Chris Long is a bitch, but I love him when he skates.
One of my choices that I have the least amount of
All right,
comments.
Noah, start.
Favorite,
BTO.
Alfred.
Alfred.
That's about it. Yeah.
You don't like really?
You don't like Miles? It's okay.
No, I love both of you, and I know you're both really good. But personally, because I like Park more, I like watching Alfred skate.
That's true. I like watching you skate more than me skate.
Part
honestly,
period
because
is just cool to
no,
watch.
it's just like you can just go because you land most of the shit you try. But I can't just do that because I don't like land most of the shit that I try, but I try like fuck shit.
Also, Ryder.
Ryder.
It's sick to see
Ryder's
Ryder
so
roll up to
sick.
the skate park and be super excited to skateboard.
I love Ryder.
But who's your favorite BTO?
Ryder's my son.
Ventura County?
Yeah.
Probably Dylan.
Dylan?
Dylan taught me backside hand plants. You can't. He's not here to
Let him
deny
tell
that.
you
He's like-
other.
I don't know, just because I like having somebody to skate with.
Yeah. He does get you,
It's
and he
fun.
gets he gets you really hyped on
I
like
enjoy
anything you do.
enjoy spending time with Dylan more than a lot of other skaters.
Yeah.
For me, I can't really narrow it down into one, so I have to do
Explanation.
probably
Three. Yeah, we'll
three.
just go maximum 3.
Fucking Quab Dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
Web Dog is so good,
Evan.
and he's a
homie, yeah.
I love him so much.
Yeah.
Oh my
Quab
god.
Dog, if you're listening to this,
We don't even talk much, but dude, I love him so
fucking
much.
rad. He did a back. He almost landed a backflip at the Setio contest. At the first ever Setio ramp jam, he almost
That was the
landed
first
a
time
fucking
like I
backflip.
actually like talked to
Not
like,
not
Web
just
Dog.
like a backflip like out of some fucking flat or anything. He did a backflip to fakie. Dog.
Yeah, on
Back
vert.
How
into
the
the
fuck you
ramp,
do a
back into
backflip
the-
to
On a vert
fakie?
wall. I was like, Jesus.
On a fucking mini ramp.
It was
vert
like
wall.
not even like a 6 foot like ramp either.
And it was probably 5 feet or like 5.5.
Actually no. I'd
Brendan
say
had
6
something
foot.
gnarly on that too.
Yeah, he, like-
wait, Brendan did his caveman and his
His
finger flip.
caveman
Brendan
flip,
Clark
that
is
shit was
also
sick.
fucking rad.
Yeah.
All right, wait, hold on. Finish your list. Web Dog.
2 would be Grant definitely.
Oh my
Grant's
god! How
fucking-
can I forget all these?
Grant's so fucking tight.
Grant's
Because you're not a
fucking-
Hobart Lope.
Well like
What do you
I'm just
mean?
kidding. He's more Hobart Lope than me. He did some shit.
But like Grant, just like watching him, he's a lot like you. He just goes and he's just fucking like all over the place, and you're like, holy
I love
shit,
it.
this guy can do
Because he hits
anything
everything
he
and
wants.
he
Yeah.
hits it good too.
Yeah.
He's super happy.
And his no comply. Oh, his
He's
no
so-
comply.
Oh.
And he does them so.
He taught you the
He taught
like
me the fucking like half cab like 540 big spin. one.
whatever the fuck it is. It's fucking rad.
That one's so sick. He does it so much better than me. Though. He can be going like Mach 5 speeds.
Mach
I'm like-
1! Planes don't even go Mach 1!
All right, shut the fuck up, Noah. He goes fast. God. And then he fucking pops it like all the way across the flat ground part of Hobart, and I'm like, holy shit, dude. And then number 1, mostly because he's the homie to like everybody ever, is fucking Borja.
Borja!
Yeah.
Borja.
Borja. Like-
Borja!
I could watch him do fucking big spins or
All
big spin
day.
flips on the fucking.
And his hard flips too.
He goes big spin flip on the extension of the
Oh,
fucking
his
like
big
shit.
spin. Oh,
Yeah, and then he goes down and then hard flips the pyramid, and he has it like every try.
What about Max
I love it when he does it.
Oh, Max Boudreaux.
Max, but he's a homie.
Yeah. I remember seeing him in English class.
Dude, I was super scared and intimidated of him.
He's
so
so
hard.
fucking good.
He's so good, and like he doesn't have like a dick vibe, but like it's just like when you first meet him, you can just feel like
I thought
He
I had
totally,
energy.
you see him skate, and you know that he
Max
totally
Boudreaux
has,
big dick energy.
he totally has the power to be a dick because he just has that much, he just has
But
that
he's
much
not.
skill, but he's not, so he's
Once when you
scary
roll
at
up, he's like,
first.
hey, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
And
I
then
was like-
you're a fucking retard around him, and he's retarded with you, so it's like.
I know, dude. He said some
I remember
dumb shit.
one
Say
time.
some dumb
I remember
shit.
the one time I hadn't talked to him in like months, and he's like Noah, and he grabbed me. It was at like a football game, and he's like Noah, what would you do if you looked up the moon and instead of being the moon, it was just a big throbbing jizzing cock? I swear to God.
Open my mouth. What do you mean?
I'm going, wow.
Wow.
With my mouth as wide open as it
It's
can.
really funny.
There's
I'm
so
like-
many homies to skate with, but it's so hard to skate with all of them.
Yeah.
Like
And I thought I had
Avila too.
I think I thought I had a run for I had like him on a run for his money for a bit because I got down back tails really good, and then like a
Really
month
good.
later he had the fucking like most beautiful back tail.
He is good back
I know,
there.
and I was just like, well, fuck. I guess I have to learn something else that Max can't fucking do.
Do you think people like stalk our like Instagram? They're like, oh, I can do that so much fucking man.
Yes. Yes.
I
gotta be
do it.
people out
I
there.
like
I barely post
because
on Facebook,
I do that shit too.
I always have that in the back of my honestly, like not to be like, but I'll be like, oh,
Every skater
I'll
does
probably
it.
like,
They're like, oh,
okay.
if I had that spot, I could do it so much better. And
But
then you get
honestly,
to the spot and you're
yes.
like, fuck no, I can't.
Like that one spot in LA that we went to with the ledge, like how it was like a little bump to ledge. I was like, oh yeah, dude, nose blood, fucking tail, and like maybe like the 180 like
Yeah.
switch crook thing. And I got there, I was like,
Nah.
but I was hyped because around the corner was that cool ass hippie.
Yeah.
spot. Oh my gosh.
I like the.
Oh,
I
that's so
think I
good.
could probably.
Wait,
do
You
this
showed me
one.
it was so good.
Hold on, Derek,
Derek.
you go. I'll go last.
Derek,
You
go
go.
ahead.
Yeah.
I don't skate with that many people because I don't skate that often, and I'm lonely. So
Aw.
I think Miles and Alfred is the one that blows my mind every single time. But there is this one little kid in Japan that I met when I went out skateboarding, and he's, I don't know his name, but he was like a little Japanese kid. He was freaking probably in elementary school, but we would always compete each other because I have my skateboarding skill as a child. So he would always bust out a move like "fuck you," and I would bust out a move better.
Little ass kid.
I know.
Fuck them kids.
Well, you can't speak English, so we would always
Japanese.
we would always communicate through skateboarding, which I like a lot.
Yeah.
So
Dude, would you like skate is just like the rock paper scissors? Yeah.
and so yeah, that little Japanese kid I met when I went to Japan was pretty cool. And all the locals over there are really nice.
Shout out to that little Japanese kid. If you're a little kid from Japan and you skateboard, Derek's talking about you.
Probably doesn't understand.
Can you give us his name and address?
Yeah.
Don't do that. You have a picture of his of his face?
No.
You give me an ID?
Alfred,
No.
you know, put in a random little Asian kid's.
Yeah,
face.
just
Okay, I will write.
No,
it
it's
down.
not. This isn't random. This isn't random. This is the child.
Yeah.
Derek's talking about.
If you've seen this.
Have you seen this child?
No.
We should make a graphic of Ryder, and it says, "Have you seen this child?"
Like a milk on a milk carton.
Yeah.
That's
No,
fucked
John
up.
Boy.
Why not? It would be
That's
funny.
so fucked up.
No.
Just like
John
have you
Boy, because no one has seen John Boy in forever.
Oh, yeah. Where the
John
fuck is
John Boy. That's
Last
what
I heard,
Oh,
he came
I don't-
in
I say-
fucking-
I say-
he came in a song.
No, he
No,
came in a
Crazy
Greek god.
God.
What?
Yeah.
Let's stay off of the topic of John Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's gonna get demonetized.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm moving to the couch now.
Alfred, favorite skateboarders
Favorite skateboarders?
in VTA. Because-
Honestly, it is Noah,
No,
Miles.
it's not.
No, real shit, real shit.
That's fucking.
that's right.
No, let
You're
me
gay.
finish.
He's gay.
Let me finish.
You like cum?
Okay, man.
So what?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No one's gonna eat. You stare me down.
If you guys are listening to this, still listening to two people, Alfred's giving me the dirtiest side eye.
What's your
I'm
favorite
really
VTA
good at
look?
giving a
Pussy
side
like
eye.
you.
What's your favorite VTA look?
My favorite VTA loads. Alright, I'm gonna try not to name the same ones because honestly, like,
I'm an
We
exception.
could suck my dog's dick all
but
night.
fucking Borja, definitely Borja.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Hesher skate a lot, but I've seen videos and like saw it once at the contest. I was like, this guy's a motherfucker.
Backside 3 invert. That was so gnarly. I remember I was gonna do a backside hand plant on the thing because it was like best trick on that, and then I saw him do that. I was like, I'm not even mad. I was like,
Best skaters. Honestly, I would probably have to say the homie from Ox, forgot his name. I think it's like infamous Instagram or something.
yeah.
Oh!
That
Yes.
guy, he's a homie to watch, and he's a homie too. I
It's
love
Insta
talking to him.
famous.
Insta famous, yeah. And then also, whatchamacallit, Insta famous, Borja, and probably, who else is really fun to skate with? Just being that's not part of Grave Mob.
Sketch Lord.
Sketchlord.
Sketch Lord.
Sketch Lord is a homie.
Steven Opiel.
He's going in honorable mention.
Steven Opiel.
But the number one, Steven Opiel, an honorable mention. I'm trying to think of number
He's a
one.
homie.
But honestly, like, I don't even know, bro. There's just so many. Alright, I gotta.
If you skateboard and you're not an asshole, you're on our list.
Yeah. If you're skating for the fun of it and enjoying it, then you're already on the list.
Andy.
Yes. Oh my.
Andy's back threes. I'm
Andy's
sorry,
back-
but I've never
It's
seen a
so
better
good.
back three.
And he did back three on the Buena 3.
That was so nice.
And that was
It's
like,
not nice because it's like big. It's just fucking long as shit.
yeah.
How do you back
I was
three
so
long
scared to
shit?
just backside 180. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Oh my god!
Oh my
Wario
goodness.
crashing .mb3.
Honestly, bro, I'd love to have Quentin
I
on
love
the
watching
podcast
Casey
and just-
skate.
Casey, yes.
Casey makes. I can feel the fear in my balls.
No.
when I see Casey
I
skate.
got it. Ding, 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 ding. Little Viking Chris.
Oh,
And
yeah.
his dad. Oh my gosh, I love him.
I remember
so
seeing
much.
a picture that Little Viking posted that was like, oh, first front slash in the pool at Film, or first slash in the pool at Fillmore. It was a fucking front side slash in the deep end. I was like, oh, really? First slash, baby's first slash? Okay. Jesus.
Really high. I love all. Alright, let's talk about the VTA Gronds, bro.
Oh!
They're killers, and I love
I don't know.
every
Ryder,
single one.
I don't
Ryder, Pitus.
Who are they?
Ryder,
Wanna
Pitus,
explain to them?
Hayden,
Or
Hayden.
Ryder's
Twins.
brother,
Who are the twins?
Yeah,
and then
the twins are really good.
oh yeah, Nico and Brandon, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yes!
Yeah, I love them, but I only see them skating during the summer. I think it's because they do soccer. I remember when I was in high school, they were like deep
Man,
into
the
soccer.
I remember a friend and we never could remember their names,
They
so
were
we
fun.
called them Rinse and Lather. I felt
Fuck.
it was a fuck. I
They
didn't
were the
call them like.
homies too.
What you're looking at? You're looking at me like I called them fucking like shitheaded butthole.
Like how shithead and butthole are on the same fucking
I want my
spectrum,
phone,
dude.
but I don't fucking have it.
You're gonna text them,
Yeah.
tell them that I was a meanie.
I'm gonna text that one girl that's
told
hitting
me
me
a
up on the
bully.
Grave Mob
Oh,
chat.
Chris. Fucking Chris is dope.
Chris, dude.
No, Chris is a fucking.
Chris
No.
I'm joking. Okay, you're joking. Just joking. I love Chris.
He's gonna fucking kill you.
Chris Long. We're talking about Chris Long.
No, Chris Howard.
Oh, Chris Howard.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Chris.
take that back.
Oh, I love. Okay.
There's
Chris,
so many Chris's.
Joey Salinas, Anthony Avila.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I
I
used to
love,
stalk the
dude.
shit out of
No,
Wait,
him.
can
I
we-
used to
can
stalk
we
him
have-
so hard because I wanted to skate just like him
Yeah.
because he was killing like
He was killing
Fillmore
him.
like
Yeah.
bulls like how I was right now, but back then.
He's-
I remember he did a back rock on like that one part where like Fakey Telestall kicked
Yeah.
out. He did back rock right there like when we were first started skating. Like I was petrified of the bull and he's already like.
I remember seeing him, like, I had biology with him, and he showed me, he's like, hey, want to see something sick? Because he knew I skateboarded, because I had skateboard with me all the time. And then he showed me an edit that he made at Santa Clarita Skate Park. And I was like, this guy's fucking rad.
I remember seeing. I was in like math class or some shit. And I was showing D-Rose.
The forbidden name.
I was showing
But I
D-Rose.
don't want to go there. If you're
Yeah.
VTA,
This is-
you
this
know
is-
D-Rose,
let's-
then
let's
you
just-
know what happened.
Let's just say pre happening.
Yeah.
Let's just say free D-Rose because
No, we can't we can't take any stances on this.
no, I could take whatever stance I want.
I'm not taking a stance on
But
this.
he was fucking retarded. But so were all we. And
Yeah.
then I was showing D-Rose some like dumb shit that I did on flat because that's all I used to skate. And
Speak
then
up.
Lucas came up to me. He's like, "Oh, check this out!" And he showed me him like kickflipping like a 3-stair. back
Lucas
then.
too.
Yeah,
oh my
Lucas.
god.
And then I was like, holy fuck! But like it was a 3-stair. And now fucking Lucas is out there like kickflipping like 8s and shit.
It's not really.
So I was like, holy fuck, this kid's good. And then I just like, that was before I even knew you, because the first time I even skated Hobart was when we went to the church camp.
The first time. No, you're lying. Because I saw mania clips of you at Hobart, bitch.
Oh, well, that first time, like, I went there, like, regularly.
Oh, like
Yeah.
like when you started making it like a kind of
Yeah.
like a routine thing.
Yeah.
Miles is a lying bastard.
Kill me.
Miles.
Okay. If disclaimer, if we say fuck Chris, we're talking about Chris Long, and we don't mean that. We love you, Chris.
Chris is literally. Oh, I love Mike so much.
Oh,
And Devin.
Devin.
I love skating with Devin so much.
Good vibes.
And then also, who else is there?
Tony.
Tony.
Dylan's
Chad.
dad. Let's get another question going.
Alright, another question.
I have a few fucking stupid ones
Okay,
here.
let's get it over.
You want to get the stupid ones? Okay, we have skateboarding philosophy, and fucking aliens.
like
No, not
fornicating?
having, not having sex with aliens.
What?
Just aliens. I just say the frick word too much.
Alright, let's go.
What do you want to answer first? Your philosophy on skateboarding or aliens?
I mean, like, I don't know. I meant like
There's a philosophy on skateboarding.
Well,
what
like
personal one
everyone,
that
your
you have?
personal philosophy.
your personal philosophy that keeps your drive going.
Oh,
with
I see.
skateboarding. Alright, wait, hold on. Before we go to that, let's go to one thing you hate about skateboarding.
Oh, fucking the entirety of it. Fuck skateboarding.
I hate skateboarders. Skateboarders make you so mad most of the time.
Honestly, I've thought about quitting skateboarding so many times.
I can't.
If I quit,
can't though. It's weird. It's just like oh, I'm gonna stop. It's like no, you're not.
what are you gonna do with your day then? What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Especially
besides
now, since like
Yeah.
I got literally nothing to do now. Yeah, so it's just kind of like if I quit, what am I gonna do? When you hit me up too, I'm like, I really don't want to go, but I'm all like, honestly, fuck it. But then those always tend to be like the best days.
Do you ever force yourself to get out of the house because you're like, fucking hate skateboarding, but I know if I start rolling around.
No,
I'll
my
start
house
liking
is
it.
depressing. Like if you stay in it more than like 3 hours, like honestly, like I'm like I gotta get the fuck. Like it's not even like cause like the vibes in the house or anything. I love like everyone there.
It's just being
and it's
inside.
cool talking to it, but like the house vibes, like the house itself, just has depressing and like fucked vibes. Like I need to get out.
You need some light in your
Like
life.
I've even like even my mom says the same thing. Like this house is fucking depressing. Like straight up quote. I quote her. This house is fucking depressing. Let's move out. And then it's just kind of like it just sucks. So I'm always out.
I don't know. What do you, Derrick, what do you hate about skateboarding?
What do I hate skateboarding?
Yeah.
It's the fact that I don't skate enough.
Fair
Damn.
enough.
That's a good answer.
I guess that's it. People who don't skate enough love skateboarding, but people who skate too much hate it.
Fucking
Feels like a
I'm,
chore
I'm
sometimes.
honestly like at this moment.
I think it's pretty easy
That's just because we have like an
to like
8%
skateboarding earlier because you have that drive to get better and better. Because I believe the learning curve is Jurassic when you're a beginner, and then when you hit like the plateau when you're really good.
This fool knows about the plateau.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you hit the plateau, you're like, fuck, I don't want to do shit.
But then like you're at that plateau for like 3 or 4 months, but then all of a sudden you start just like learning a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah. You go on a lull, and then like out of nowhere, in
And,
like
like,
a week,
literally-
you learn like 10 tricks.
And
feel like I've
then
been
you
in
look
plateau
back
for
on like your
years.
Instagram clips, like holy fuck. That's what I did like the other day. I was like, holy fuck.
You good,
I'm
man.
kind of killing it. Dude, okay, Vels Organics, you know the company that Moose is sponsored by?
No.
They straight up comment, like, they like followed me, liked a couple of my photos, and they're like, oh, great stuff, my dude. I was like,
Oh, Neffy. What do you hate about skateboarding,
Fucking Byron.
Alfred? Byron? Neffy?
Byron's another fool that I love skating
Tits.
with. I love skating, and he's so good.
He's so
It's just funny watching him roll.
Just pick my penis.
I've seen it. He'll just roll by and go, Byron, Dad, and then do like a crazy like fucking backside heel flip, like and go, and then like backside heel flip or some shit.
or his backside late flip.
Yeah.
Or his back foot.
Wait.
His back foot flip. He ollies and then.
What do you hate about
Oh, I used to do
skateboarding?
that.
3, 2, 1,
The
go.
one thing I hate about skateboarding is I love it, but like it's just I don't know.
It's like an abusive girlfriend. You can't.
I'm
leave.
still kind of like
Wait,
on like the
wait.
top. I'm still kind of like oh fuck like skateboarding like it's a blessing and a curse like gnarly like it's a huge blessing and it's a huge curse.
Cause like you can't stop once you like hooked.
Yeah.
It's like crack. Maybe no. It's
Tell
not
your
like crack.
mom.
Man, you would know.
no.
Yeah, 'cause Noah Panapa does crack.
I don't do that. This is slander.
Noah James Panapa lives on 6969 Rose Avenue.
69 Crack Street.
Crack Road.
Miles, what do you fucking despise about skateboarding? This evil
Because I
sport.
love skateboarding so much, but at the same time, it's like, fuck.
Is there something that's like putting you
I-
off?
Right now, it's just because I've been injured a lot, I would say. So, like, I feel like I could be doing better shit than I'm doing, but I'm still, like, trying to push it at the same time. Because, like, I got a sprained ankle and fucking, like, my back and shit hurts and I got heel bruises and shit.
You're old man.
Yeah, so I'm like, I want to go fucking kickflip this 12 stair, but at the same time, if I do, I'll probably blow my knee out.
Ruben, you fucking despise about skateboarding.
I just fucking hate skateboarding.
It's all together.
I just fucking hate skateboarding.
Why do you
I
do
love-
it then?
I love skateboarding, but fuck, I hate it. Dude. Fuck. I hate going through shoes a lot.
Fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
know.
have to buy
I
new
know,
shoes.
dude.
I feel like
I'm
I'm
so
buying.
glad I'm not a street skater.
I feel
I
like
still have my fucking Prince shoes up.
I'm mad that I'm a street
I
skater.
hate
Fuck boy.
getting was it injured skateboarding. It just sucks. That's it.
Injuries from
Yeah.
skateboarding?
Yeah.
The thing
it
is,
puts me on-
like,
it puts me on
right
my
when you
board for
injure
too
yourself,
long.
then you're like, man, I love
Yeah, 'cause it
skateboarding.
makes
Yeah, it's really
Yeah, that's what happened to me
okay.
when
My
I
injuries
got
make me feel like
fracture
I'm on that
my butt.
plateau still for like these past like since I've like bonked my noggin.
that's the thing I hate is that like it's super refreshing just to like fucking like hit the concrete and like get up and you're like, oh, okay, like I'm fucking doing
I
this.
think it's just because I'm partially like suicidal.
You gotta like be a little.
Okay, like, oh, you want me to like do this bowl and just like place my hand down and maybe crack my neck?
That's a
Like,
guarantee.
so fucking
That's a
healthy.
guarantee. Every good skateboarder has considered suicide once.
Yeah.
At least that is a fact.
Or they're
Can't live
just
life
fucking-
without risk.
Or they're just
What about you,
fucking
Derrick?
dickheads who are good at skateboarding.
Yeah.
What?
But that's my favorite part is like slamming and just being like, oh fuck yeah, like getting this.
I love
and
slamming,
then-
but I hate slamming.
But then
Of
like
course.
no, the like 2 hours later, rolling around and being like, oh, like your friends are like, oh, let's go skate this spot, and it sets in, and you're like,
I can't.
fuck, like I
Like
can't
at
even. I
LA,
can't even.
we're like, all right, next spot we're going.
Next spot,
we're
next spot,
going
next
to the
spot.
next
Yeah, we're
spot.
going to Hollywood
Yeah,
16.
I-
Are you ready?
That's my least favorite part is that my heart's 100% into like, I want to go do this now, and then you're like, and then you're like,
we walk down to the car. He's like, nah.
yeah, and then you sit
He's
down and you're like,
sitting in the car, and I could just see him hurting because he's just sitting, just like.
He's like shaking and shit.
yeah, if you listen close enough, you can hear my teeth chatter. You
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
idiot! You fucking nollie. You nollie. You did a nollie heel and you fucking broke your ankle. Bitch.
Dude, you can't even talk shit about it because I broke my foot by doing just doing a frontside slash on the West Park wall.
No, here's the funny part is that
Yeah,
you're
you
always
know
going
that.
for the biggest shit and like it's always gnarly, and then a flat ground nollie heel fucking brought the Titan down.
I
Like,
know.
This fool smacked his dome twice, rolled his ankle
I kept
in
saying-
the same day,
Yeah.
and then he does a nollie hill on flat, he breaks it.
All in the same day?
No,
Yeah,
just
that's
saying,
what I
like
say
this
is
fool just does
shittiest.
some gnarly
I'll be
stuff.
back. I gotta use the jewel room.
Shut the fuck up.
oh my god, you're covering your
I
hair.
almost bought it, so I'm so glad I
I've
did.
been.
A jewel?
I get fucked up probably the most.
You
Now that I
do.
think about it.
You do, bro, because you do
You
some
do.
gnarly stuff.
I remember the first time I even it was just I think you and me skating because it was always like
It was always us,
Us
dude.
and-
Like I wouldn't skate without.
yeah, and it was kind of that awkward period. It was like,
Where
did I
it's like,
skate
oh,
along with
hey.
Alfred?
Now it's
Yeah,
like-
it was just kind of like, oh hey, like I don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
Skating.
We went to Cabrillo and then we went to
Oh, with
Balboa.
Ezra.
Yeah, with Ezra.
That
And I
kickflip,
kickflipped the fucking
that was sick.
thing, and it took me so fucking long.
Ezra's like the babushka woman caught in every historical photo.
Yeah.
Just like the mysterious character. in
Honestly,
every
bro, let's just give out a shout out to Ezra.
Ezra being this mysterious figure.
And Ezra just being like, if you know Ezra, then you know Ezra.
Yeah.
He's
And like,
just-
he's a
you can't explain it.
That was the first time you met Chris.
He called me a fucking bitch.
no, we're fucking.
No. I remember I actually bought my first ever real skateboard from him when I was 13. And for my 13th birthday, my brother was
Chris Long from Sedio Skate Shop.
my brother took me to Sedio Skate Shop and was like, oh, buy you complete, like, because I was riding this dinky little fucking box board around, and my mom said I couldn't get a board with a pentagram on it, so I bought the one that it was I think the company's name is Fuck Sporting Companies. Don't stop giving me that stink eye. And then Chris threw it at me and said, "Go away!" And I ran away with the board. I went, "Okay, Mr. Chris."
The first time I think I met Chris,
Speak into the mic, sir.
the first time I think I met Chris was, it was for Mania.
We're not gonna talk about Mania. Go to it.
And I was like, hey, you want to buy these skateboards? And he was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, really? And then I tried to get a job at Played Against Sports, and the dude was like, hey, you should go get a job at Skate Sedio because you have no work experience and I don't want to take a risk on you. And I was like, okay. And I went in and I was like, hey, do you need an intern? And I would intern for Chris for a while and I was super shit at it because I'm a lazy piece of shit.
I remember like when I was talking to Chris, like when we were finally talking, he's all like, yeah, dude, fucking Miles, like fucked up, like I'm like, we were talking about like hiring people. It's like, dude, I can help around the shop. Like that was a time when we were all offering. He's like, dude, fucking Miles, like I love him to death, but like he's not working here because he like gave him the wrong trucks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, did you give someone 2 different size trucks once?
I didn't claim to be the smartest.
like literally like 2 sizes different.
Yeah. There was like 139s with like fucking
169.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And fucking then I just started skating and then he was like, he must have been like, oh, I guess he's okay. And then we just always skated there. And then he was like, I kind of want to do a shop team. And then he came to me and Alfred.
And now we make terribly gay jokes about him.
Yeah.
Not that being gay is terrible, but they're incredibly gay.
Like I'd put my dick in Chris's mouth.
Oh
yeah,
my
we
god.
say a lot of gay things. That's all we're gonna say. We say a lot of gay things.
We say a lot of gay things because we fucks with the LGBT community.
And honestly, it's never bad stuff like, oh, like fuck that, like
Oh, that's
exploited, deleted.
Yeah. I don't think we ever like.
I don't think we've ever said anything like hateful. Just more like, oh yeah.
It's never like oh that's gay. It's more like it's always like,
It's more like,
bro, that trick was so good you're gonna make me gay, bro.
it was like we'll say gay shit like, dude, if you land that, I'll fucking kiss you.
I did a trick.
I've
I did
done
a
that
trick.
so many times.
I did a trick and Alfred got his nipples hard.
Oh, dude, I remember that. My nipples, it wasn't even cold or anything. Nothing was shaking, but I was honestly just so excited like seeing him do it that it literally made my nipples. Like I wasn't aroused, it was my nipples were just hard. I was like, what the heck? Like, was it just a coincidence that they just happened to get hard while
I
he was
think not.
skating? But I don't think so because my nipples don't randomly get hard.
And then I remember I skated there for like 12 hours. And Chris was just like going from printing and then like yelling in the back room like, Miles, learn this! And I was like, okay, Mr. Chris! And then he was just like, oh, I guess you're good at skateboarding but not being a fucking responsible human being.
It was always funny helping out the shop when it'd just be me and Chris. Like I'd totally be like cleaning the ramps and like from across the shop all I can hear is fucking kill myself. And like a ball go across the shop.
I hate it so much when he goes into like I feel like a dog.
Because I can't you're like my dog when I'm yelling at Apex.
Like I can't do anything because it's not like I can't be like, yo, Chris, like chill out. I can't say that or else he's gonna like rant and then he's gonna like be like, you don't even know what the fuck's going on. This and this and it's all like his mind just has so much crap and I just feel bad. I'm like, dude, just let me take some of the pain away.
And then he fucks me.
Let's have the anger.
Yeah.
Derrick, did you ever
and then I have to kiss his
I don't think
pinky.
Derrick-
I don't think I
For a
ever met
free
like
boy.
99% of the people you talk about. I'm just.
It's nighttime.
First time I ever met Miles' dad.
Whoa. He went, I'm fucking wasted. And they did the little shark aside and ran away.
You fucking slink back.
Yeah, slick back head. Dude, I love that story. I wish I was there.
It's so funny.
It's so funny because I could see it so good, dude. Like when he just did.
We were totally playing like Just Cause.
Yeah.
Derrick, did you ever meet the people at Serio?
No, he never.
I
met
have
them.
never met 99% of the people you talk about.
No, you know Queb Dog.
Have you met God?
What? Yeah, you know Queb. This guy knows all of our locals.
Yeah.
You just don't remember their names.
I know Grant because I know.
Because he was your neighbor.
I'm terrible at names, so I don't know. I can look at a guy's face like I know that dude,
Yeah.
but names
Yeah.
like I don't know.
Yeah, of course. That's how I was for a while too.
Did you ever go to Serio?
I don't know what that is.
He's like, no, fuck Serio.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a skate shop. Sponsored
dinky
by-
little skate shop.
Are you?
Yeah.
Where's it located?
No,
Like,
wait.
yeah,
God,
no,
that's-
Is this an
Okay.
actual sponsor?
On the
I
corner
guess
of
so.
Laurel and Main, right
It's
across
not
from
even
Circle
like
K.
not anymore. But if you do go to the corner of Laurel and Main, you get free tag up spot, free
It's
free
white,
blank white
walls.
wall.
Not encouraging anything.
Not encouraging, not telling anyone to do anything. I'm just stating. I'm just saying.
Perfectly clean white walls.
Perfectly clean white walls. That
Such, such as oh no,
what happened?
such as a canvas.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying go
Alright,
do
what's
it.
the gnarliest thing Chris has ever made you do?
Probably kiss a boy.
No way.
That's pretty. That was
That was gnarly.
I don't know. Chris hasn't really made me do a lot of things. Just
Chris
like,
has made me
You do all things. I was.
made me and Noah do some fun
He would
shit.
make me really angry.
so
His
they never let him
technique.
get to me. He'll say something and then I'll start doing it. He's like, and I'll be like, nah, it's not happening.
Cause what would?
But then he'll name another one and then I'll just do it.
Cause he knew that I was fucking angry all the time, so he would purposely get me angry to do a trick.
I figured that out when we were at
Yeah,
that
you-
spot.
yeah, you
I was
can-
just thinking about it, like, wait, how the fuck do I get him hyped? Because me yelling at him or saying, next try doesn't really help. Cause like, because in the back of your head, when you guys do that to him, like,
Shut the
Shut the
fuck
fuck
up.
All I hear is white noise when I hear that, but then when someone's like, "Oh, come on, you're being a little bitch right now,"
And
then I'm like,
fuck
"But Chris would. That Chris made me do the fucking the air up
Foot plant.
foot plant finger flip back into the ramps fakie, and I never landed that. I'm still fucking. I broke 5 different fucking boards, including a brand new one.
If I ever have the room, I'm gonna make the old stereo ramp,
I'm landing that.
but extended length, width, and height wise. So it's so it's not all confined. Like if it was like
Yeah.
longer,
More
You should
spacious.
still have a
More
perfect. You should still have a perfect 1-to-1 recreation where it's still as mellow and everything. I broke his window doing that trick. He was really mad. I remember.
he's like,
I fucking bam, like right into the glass window, fell back on my ass, and all I hear is
I could just see the face on your face, like, oh shit, oh shit.
all I hear is what was that? And I was like,
Wait, you kicked the window?
He's that
Yeah,
one
'cause
kid-
I was
he's that
foot
one
planning
kid
on the
with
windows.
stick going, oh,
because I foot planted the window sill, but
wow.
my foot slipped, and there was even a cage there. But I kicked the cage fence in, and fucking shattered the window. He was pretty upset. He still will yank my chain. About that.
Dude, I love when he messes with you because then you genuinely get sad. You're like, oh man, really? Like, don't bring that up.
And meanwhile, Chris is just like, fucking idiot.
Shit, idiot, loser. Just like.
Chris is the reason I did fucking
Crack
fakey
rock.
tail. Yeah, crack rock. Fakey tail reverts, and that's like my favorite
Fakey
trick in
tail.
transition ever.
Yeah, that's a sick trick.
Dude,
It's
you were
so
scaring me for a second. When you were skating the ramp, so all the time I was like, oh fuck, I don't even wanna.
I know.
Sure.
I used to have like back lip and back tail across the coping and
Yeah,
shit,
I
but
remember.
It's still my favorite transition that I've ever
me
skated.
too.
Chris and the Serio ramp builders know how to.
Chris, we bought that. We fucking built that ramp.
We helped.
Yeah,
Actually,
You guys did more
we-
of the demolition.
That's how the new ramps came in, because Miles and I were like, you build a new ramp? And he was like, I don't know. And they were like, we're
building the
Okay.
new ramp.
And then we totally just started going at the masonite and just
Yeah,
taking it apart.
And then Chris came in, he's like, what the fuck are you guys
Yeah,
doing?
he's like-
we're taking apart the ramp. And he was like, alright.
I was like, okay. Like, and the new ramps were born, and the new ramps were fucking rad.
And the rear ramps were like fucking
Yes.
way better.
I kind of wonder if the old ramps was like the new ramps go.
Yeah.
What did the old ramp and the new ramp look like compared together? Like,
Alright,
The old ramps were-
first picture right here of the old ramp.
It's on my coffee mug that I drink.
Okay, and then second picture,
We still
I
got
don't
shit
think we
there.
have pictures of it.
We have
I know the
videos.
first
We have
one.
videos. We'll just
Why
show
would I play
cool ass
something?
I have a
videos.
video on my profile.
What?
I have
But
a
it was
video
so
on my-
much
on my
fun
profile.
because the
Just
first one, the first one was like, so then it's kind of like in like a big like you know the Tetris like L-shaped thing.
yeah.
The
It
L1.
was
the
kinda,
elbow.
yeah, it was kind of like that, but a lot more like chunkier and shorter. And within the L part, it was like pool coping, small pool coping, maybe like a 3-foot quarter, and then next to it was a 5-foot quarter.
It was like a vert wall too.
With the vert wall.
I remember I ate shit trying to drop in on that.
Funny.
And then if you're rolling back, then a spine, and then in the far like next to the wall would be a roll in, and then after that it would just be like a long section of like just like that of a ramp.
Oh, Sedio ramp. Fucking,
The
highlights.
ramp jam.
Yeah, highlights.
The
Oh,
ramp
let's talk
jam
about
was
the-
fucking.
And then the
So
second one was
sick.
just a normal half pipe, but then on the end, on the wall, it was like a roll in and then a wall, like it was like a bank, like kind of like the Hobart wave, but like smaller. And then up to it was a wall, so you could wall ride.
Yeah.
I said we saved Sedio highlights for another. That's all.
Yeah, that's a
other.
whole blast.
We never finished the. Oh wait, no, we were gonna work at skate your philosophy.
We have a stereo video, but Chris is
A bitch.
gay.
Yeah.
This is gay, and that's okay. Nothing
That's
means anything
okay.
wrong.
I love him still. I'll still give him kisses. But
But I'm gay
he's
though.
gay. How you so busy for a boy? But hey, we're a board,
Oh,
okay?
the philosophy
Oh, yeah.
skateboard.
Dude, does anyone have a specific one? Actually, Ruben. Okay, hold on. Ruben should start off because I think his is the best. 3
Fuck.
Fuck
Just do what you want. I don't give a shit. Fuck the what you do. You fucking skateboard. Have fun.
That's
So
basically-
just let me skateboard too.
Yeah, it's like goblins. Goblins just fucking flip the little wooden pillows.
Just fuck. I don't care. Just do what you want.
Recipes
Leave me alone.
Goblin.
Recipes
Goblins,
Goblin.
listen and
He-
please talk.
Which-
We also
Place.
gouged his eyes out too and sacrificed him.
Yeah.
My philosophy is just go skate. Like don't stop skating. Just skate. Just skate. Have fun with your friends. Don't take it serious. I mean, like of course there are times where like I want to get this trick, but then that's what makes it fun is because you're enjoying. You're
Yeah.
pitting yourself out there to land this trick, and then once when you land, you're like, fuck, like you come your pants because it's so fun. I think me and Miles are like the only people that like go over our clips and just non-stop watch them and just frame by frame like every single day and just like and then like also looking back and going, oh fuck, I did that because I did that
Yeah.
last night with the frontside 360 wall ride.
Yes.
Dude, I think that's the best trick I've ever done.
On at the Sedio?
Yes, on the stereo ramp,
No.
off of the quarter,
That
off
was
of the
pretty
quarter.
gnarly.
Okay,
front
that was
side
sick.
270
However,
wall
it's not the
ride,
best trick you've done.
clean as fuck too.
It was fucking rad. Not the best trick because I remember seeing you fucking frontside middle flip under pressure at the deep end at Ox Park.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's
Okay, that was gnarly too, but like that was like my coolest like tech trick,
Oh, okay.
I guess you could say. But
Let's,
yeah,
let's go through what's the coolest shit we've seen each
Wait.
other do.
I've just seen Miles just say, "Oh, I'm gonna try this," and then be like, "Oh fuck," and then be like, "Okay, I got it."
That's not how it works. It takes like 30 minutes.
Skateboarding.
Oh, fuck.
Is fucking not cool. No other pedestrian thinks it's fucking cool. So do what you want. God is fake.
No, they think it's cool to do the flippy trick.
What?
Like it when you do the flip board.
Yeah, I remember
like it when
talking
we just
to
skate and we get hyped.
exactly because like just do what you want because I remember talking to Elise specifically and I was like nobody who doesn't skate is like, oh, that was sick because you have to do this and that.
No
They're
one
just-
understands unless
Nobody
you skate.
fucking
They're like,
gets
"Oh,
it.
cool."
Because I remember I talked to Elise last night and she was like, I was like, what do you think about skateboarding? And she's like, I don't know. I just like when the board flips around. Yeah, those are her exact words. And,
Oh yeah, you I like the board when it pops. That's
so
it.
don't give a
Shit.
shit. Also, if you look
Why am I late?
like you're taking yourself too seriously, you look like an asshole.
Also,
Yeah, but look
people
at
have
look at,
such
bro,
high
why they
expectations
so-
for skateboarders. They'll look like a 20, flat 20, and be like, yeah, you can do that, right? Yeah, or like the points like the.
I saw the Thrasher Man do it. Why can't you do that? Wait, what was the question that you had? Are you watching clips right now?
What's the gnarliest? Shut the fuck up. Yeah. What's the gnarliest thing you've seen like each other do? Like the gnarliest thing you've seen.
Like name off top three.
Starting
Honestly,
with Derrick.
yes, the gnarliest thing I've seen is just Derrick skate.
I remember seeing Derrick for the first when I would skate with Daniel and you would come skate with us. I was like, this guy's fucking leagues ahead of me because you had good ass ollies.
Well, the thing
You
I
still
like,
have better ollies than me.
the thing I like about skating is that there's always room for improvement. And so what I like to do, I push myself to like make it clean and freaking like good. So that's why I have high pops and I land them so well because I like improving and making it look clean and impressing people.
Yeah.
And he
So.
does, dude. He impresses Grant, Queb, and Brent
just
all
to
the
see
time.
that that's probably like a super perfected ollie.
I was skating with him and I was like, you know how I skate the wall and stuff? And this fool does a pop shove and like Brandon and them are like, damn.
Yeah.
I wasn't even jealous. I was like, dude, that's my fucking homie.
The
like,
tricks you got are
yeah.
like fucking perfected. Like completely.
That's because I'm shit with others, but
Oh, dude, we
if
got
I'm
to
shit,
There's a fucking robot, dude.
Dude, this fool skated. This fool ollied up the two-stair like mani pad at Santa Paula from like how I do it, like from the bottom
Oh
to the
shit,
top.
really?
And I was all like, oh, is that hard? I'm like, no, and he did it.
Oh my god.
I think Alfred told me just slam it as fucking hard as you can. I was like, okay.
Alfred, I've seen you do so much now. Probably the most recent was that frontside Miller flip at Ox Park. Under, like, not only that you just did it, but it was under
Dude, even
pressure.
Moose was talking to me. He's like, dude, you fucking got it. I was like, dude, please
That's
just shut
under
the fuck up.
so
I
much
wanna stop.
pressure.
I was like,
The
just
way
leave
that
me alone.
Alfred skates is that you can't fucking talk to him.
Yeah,
you
once
can't
when I'm
fucking
under
talk
pressure,
to him.
like contests or like jams, like literally don't fucking talk to me because I.
And to
get,
see to see like over like that, there had to be like at least 100 people because the punk bands were rolling in. Like what? All eyes on Alfred because fucking who was it?
No one else
It was
sitting in
Chewy.
the big bowl.
It was Chewy with the big fucking microphone. Like, oh shit, look at this guy go! Like totally like pointing out Alfred only, and you did it like third or fourth tries. Fucking frontside
Dude,
Miller.
no. Bicky hand plant on the tombstone.
Oh
I
my
totally forgot
god!
about that. I can't believe I did that. That was the last one too.
It was
But
so
I was like,
on
how
the
the hell did I
tombstone.
pull that out of my
The
ass?
biggest transition at Ox Park.
And then also the going up sex change board stall.
Yes.
You just call a rock a board stall?
Shut
What a fucking poser, bro.
I don't care.
Miles, the one that sticks out the most in my head is fucking watching. It was at Moore Park, the school right next to Poindexter. It was at Westlake.
No,
Oh,
that
him
was,
olling
that was,
it?
that was
Moore
Him
Park.
doing the bump.
There's like a brick wall. There's like a little like bank, flat, and then tall ass brick wall. It's like up to my hip, and I was like, there's too much flat for him to like air the flat and go over this super tall wall. And I was like, there's no way he's got this.
There's
I
like
don't usually
over my
doubt
head.
you, but I was like, but that time I looked at it, I was like, there's no fucking way he's got this. Like fucking
Got
it,
it.
after like 20 minutes, you fucking stuck it clean as
I
you can
remember
stick
it
it.
I
was
was
the
so
one where I
mad
was
to
like-
leave that sesh too
I
because I
was-
saw the clip. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it was sick too.
I
That was when
remember-
Byron was going like, Byron. He was like shaking. He's just standing on top of this one going, Byron, yeah, like shaking his basketball hoop.
Wait, he has a basketball
Sounded
hoop?
retarded.
Yeah.
What?
No, they were at a school.
Oh.
Next to Moore Park Skate Park.
Oh my god.
I remember it was fucking like right after I took my shirt off. The
How the fuck
first
did
one
we
I
meet
took
Byron?
first.
Oh yeah, he hit us up.
Yeah.
It was. I think he was trying to get on arbitrary first.
Yeah, then you
And-
realized
and
we
then-
were just a
and we're
group
like,
of.
oh fuck, he's cool. Like yeah, you put him on, and then we're like, we're gonna steal you.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of. I feel
Sorry,
like a,
Dame, if you're listening. We honestly did not mean it. It was just shit happens.
Yeah.
I feel like a few people have like looked at Grandma and been like you know when you're starting off and you're like I want to get a sponsor and you're looking at like local companies.
I don't even do that.
Well, Alfred or no fucking Miles knows.
Shut up.
Well, I feel like a lot of kids do that and look
I
at
looked
Grave
at it
Mob
and I'm like, man, fuck that.
and look at Grave Mob and they're like, oh, I could totally get sponsored by them because they think we're like this
Because they hit
organized.
us up too. I know they're like,
They
oh,
think
yeah,
we're like
can I
this
get
organized.
sponsors?
a group of hoodlums.
We're just a group of fucking
Just because we have
idiots.
shirts doesn't mean we're smart.
I'm not talking down to anyone who
Honestly,
does that.
No,
because
bro. Honestly,
good on
I
you.
love all the grounds and everyone that hits us up about like,
Yes.
how sick it is and can I get sponsored? Because then that just means that we're actually like doing something like in the community wise. We're like, oh, I want to be a part of that.
Seeing kids
But,
skate is fucking so sick.
I'd rather see a kid do like ollie off of like something or like learn a new trick or like just like learn how to like skate like bowls and parks and stuff. Way better than like seeing like a professional skater do like a tray flip down like a 20s.
Because you see like the excitement in their eyes that they're discovering
And
skateboarding.
then also remember that moment too when you did your first ollie and your first backside and doing like your first fight.
It's like-
you're like,
It's like going back to your first Minecraft world and looking at your first dirt house.
I think you just
making your first dirt house
Yeah.
with the grass.
Yeah, with the grass on it because it's been there for so long.
I think it's the fact that
I always think I
newer
Wait, no,
Go ahead,
Derrick, go.
Derrick, it's all you, baby.
is kids are really cool because they just started learning. But I think it's anybody that starts learning how to skateboard and does like some cool ass shit.
They
Like,
don't
dude,
know it.
they're learning. They're
Yeah.
learning,
Yeah.
and that's really cool for
I
them.
love it too because some kids have like they learn something on their own. Like there's this one kid at Hobart who was just pumping around and he did like he was regular and he pumped around like the opposite ways that the usual trains go. And he does a backside power slide, and he continues it, and then he goes back into fakie around that little corner.
Oh yeah,
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, fuck
the
is
corner
this
next to the
kid?
wall.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen that kid do.
You remember that kid who was in the deep end at Ox?
Back in judo class.
Yes, there's a little kid who dropped in at the deep end at Ox.
Oh, that kid, look, those tough people. I love him.
He's gnarly.
He's so gnarly too. Oh yeah, also shout out Mama Doom too.
Who's Mama Doom?
Is that girl, the homegirl that skates at Ox Park all the time?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's
I remember she fucking she fucked up her knee at Ojai.
No.
And then she went to Ox. She came to Ox and was like, yeah, I'm not doing anything.
Oh, dude, and she did. She kept on trying to do the layback front
Yeah.
rock, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, you've been going at this for like 2 hours already. Like, fuck yeah, like that's
Favorite-
so sick.
Favorite tricks.
I'm gonna hook her up with this shirt.
Favorite thing that I've probably seen you do is probably saying Korean Sun Block.
Oh my gosh,
Scary.
dude.
That was fucking gnarly. That was so hype.
That was scary. I was angry
I was
because I was
watching-
like, because all of you were filming shit and I was like fucking struggling, slipping around. I was like, fuck this. And I looked at the symbol like I was like, getting that. I'm walking away with
I'm
something.
doing that.
Yeah. That was scary.
That was fucking huge,
Dude, I was getting scared because every time you get off, I'm like, please don't be Moose, please don't be Moose.
Yeah.
Please don't be Moose.
I didn't know about that either.
I almost told you too. I was like, oh fuck, no.
I
Yeah,
was so-
I had the
wanna
same
sketch him
thought.
out.
And
I
I
was
was like,
him out. I was
oh,
like, dude, if you
oh.
fucking do this, dog, you're gonna like, you're gonna make Moose your bitch. But then I was like, I'm not even gonna say anything because you're like, oh, why? What happened? I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, no.
Don't worry about it.
Moose, we love you.
Yeah, that's true.
Moose is a homie too.
Yeah.
Thanks for.
I don't see him a lot and I don't talk to him a lot, but he's just a homie.
He's sick.
He's OG Loke. Like, honestly, like, name, like, other professional skaters that kind of, like, came out of Ventura that's, like, really down for, like, the scene.
For the scene?
Because Curran Caples is kind of there. He's kind of for the scene a little bit, but, like, not fully.
I remember seeing him once and just fucking like clowning on him because we were putting the coins in the slot at Ojai. I was like, oh bro, you're pretty good. You should like get a sponsor.
Are
or
you
something.
sponsored? How fucking are you kidding me?
And he just gave him like an awkward chuckle.
He was all like,
Yeah.
He's like, bro, you don't even know. I've been on flip for like 5 years.
20 years more.
He's fucking good.
He's so
got
good,
a really
too.
nice floaty like frontside ollie.
I'm so mad that Jason Jesse came here, skated Ojai, and
Jason
Santa
Jesse?
Paula.
Jason Jesse.
Yes, have you ever seen the OJ show?
No.
Yeah, the OJ show. I believe it's like episode 3 or something, and like they skate Santa Paula and Ojai. They just dropped a recent video. I think it was Hard Luck or OJ that dropped like videos like Grayson Fletcher doing like a fat old frontside air in the deep end, and I believe it's Jason Jesse either doing a hand plant or a front slash. I forgot.
I remember fucking watching. Or no, that's what I was gonna say. Us running into I Shot Aware and Alfred being the biggest fan of I Shot Aware out of all of us, and the only one that stayed in the car. Because we're like, oh, we're gonna go check out this rail, and then like
I was
I
like,
didn't even I didn't even know. Miles over here dabbing this guy. I was like, oh, he probably knows him or some shit. And I'm looking over. There's like cameras and like this big van, like this whole crew and everything. And I was like, man, you guys got a big production going on here. And fucking Miles was like, yeah, no shit, it's I Shot Where.
Dude, I was a little glad too. I could have gotten there, but guess who I ran into? I forgot to tell you guys.
Who?
Dame.
What the?
Dave was filming the volleyball game. I was like, oh, dude, like, let's go skate soon. He's like, yeah, I'm down. Like, shit's finally, like, settling out. I'm like, sick.
We both saw Legends.
I didn't see
Full
shit.
Legends.
No.
I got to see him just a little bit, but, like, I wish, like, I was too scared because he's honestly, like, one of, like, my favorite riders. Like, him and T-Funk are definitely, like, up there in, like, my, like, Mount Rushmore. But, like, I was like, fuck, and then I saw him, I was like, I want to go up there, but I'm stuck. Like, honestly, like, I think...
Yeah, because you don't want to, like... Because we totally just ran into them on a spot that we were at. So it was, like...
It wasn't like I was running up and being like, I Shot Where? Oh!
Yeah, but, like, if you were to talk to him, you'd have to go up to him and be like, are you I Shot Where?
Yeah. I was thinking it, but and then I kind of figured it out, and then I was like, I kind of wanted to go, hey, are you I Shot? But at the same time, I was like, well, it probably is.
That's sick. That's how I ran into Mike Anderson. I was like,
Remember,
I tried to
was
think
skating with him for like 2 hours, so I didn't even know.
Yeah, and I sat down and I was like,
skating with him?
Yeah.
and I was thinking of like
Oh,
a
yeah,
not
one
awkward
time
way
we
to
played
like think of like,
flat
do you skate for Crooked? Like, so I was like, so I looked at him, I like squinted and I was like, is your name Mike? And he was like, yeah. I was like, oh shit, you're sick. And then he went to give me a handshake, and I invited a fist bump, so it was really awkward.
You're like, oh.
You guys have the
Weird.
Get Out thing.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. We did the
I've
Get Out
only
thing.
ran into him once because Noah literally called me. He was all like, dude, get here now. I'm like, full, like, chill the fuck out. Like, I'm on my way. Like, what's up? He's like, Mike Anderson is here. Oh, okay, I'm on my way.
Not even because he's local. His part in the fucking LSD video is
I
so
haven't
gnarly.
seen that.
You still haven't seen it?
I saw the Khan's purple thing, and that was sick. His nose blunt on that little...
Yes! It's like kickflip nose blunt, right, not off to flat, riding into this weird, like, super steep bank. Oh my god.
Mike Anderson's probably...
Nick Marino, I think, is localish.
Kind
Nick
of ish.
Marino?
Yeah, he was just in Camarillo the other day or something like that, skating up with Eric.
The guy
Green.
who's
Eric dude's fucking
Eric's
rad.
so
dude.
tight.
Let's talk about the ATM crew. How
Oh.
they're killing it and
I
they're
think
local.
Krusty hates me now.
Krusty?
Oh, okay.
Okay, we
tell
have to
the
apologize to
story, tell the
Krusty.
story.
Okay, I'll start this.
Yeah,
you can end
you'll
this
tell the story,
because this
because
is
you were
my
there.
fault. Krusty, we should like totally like reach out to him.
Yeah.
I'll just cut this one
Krusty-
section out and then send it to them.
I went to Miles and I was like, what are the odds you go to Krusty and say, oh, you're sponsored, because he's sponsored by ATM. I was like, oh, I saw you went pro for ass to mouth. and he was like 1 out of 10, and we both landed at like 6. And Miles was like, fuck. And I stood next to him as he said that to Krusty, and Krusty was like, I get that a lot. And he didn't no chuckle, no nothing.
Yeah, I felt so fucking bad.
And he
'cause
rode away.
I was like, I even tried to like apologize. I was like, I'm sorry. I was just making a shitty joke. And he's like, yeah, I know. And I was like, oh, fuck. I fucking love Krusty too. I remember seeing him at Moore Park before he went pro. And I was like,
Krusty,
this guy's fucking sick.
Krusty, you're sick. I'm sorry we're fucking shit idiot
Yeah,
losers.
I'm sorry we're fucking idiots.
Is it like Great Mom is not a big thing? Just
We're a
shithead.
bunch of assholes.
Every time we meet a pro, we fuck with them.
Yeah, that's funny.
Like
You
someone
gotta
that
bring
can
him down a
help,
peg.
like, someone that can help like influence Grey Mob, but we just fuck with them to the point where like
Pros are
fuck
just
them.
fucking
Didn't I
skateboarders
tell-
that are good. That's it.
Didn't I say some dumb shit to a pro once?
Fuck, who was it?
I forgot. I just
Alright.
remember I said some really dumb shit to a pro. And I
Miles was on a fucking YouTube
Miles was on a-
vlogger video, like a fucking shit idiot.
Shut the fuck up.
And they were like, oh, what's your favorite movie? And you're like, what's your favorite Christmas movie? He's like, oh, what's the one with the trains? and they're like Polar Express, and he's like, yeah. And then they jump cut to him doing like a kickflip or some shit.
The one with the trains.
I can imagine Miles is dope. Just what's the one with the train? Like, yeah, that way.
I want to run into Big Boy. what's his name? Death Wish.
Jamie Foy.
Jamie Foy. I want to run into Jamie.
One person that I really want to run into.
T-Funk.
T-Funk or Cater?
T-Funk, if you're listening to this, we love you.
T-Funk.
We went to a spot. We went to the T-Funk fucking over rail to bank.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
I mean, no, we didn't.
Yeah.
Cut that out.
Wait, over rail.
Should I talk about? Should I
Which
talk?
one's that one?
The warm-up spot.
Yeah.
That's a T-Funk spot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Should I talk about?
Dude, I want to go back there so bad. For his birthday, we're gonna go back there and we're gonna get some tricks. We're not gonna say anything because it's just tricks. We're not gonna tell you guys. That's
shut
all.
the fuck
There's
up.
nothing.
Shut up.
There's nothing going on. We're just skating, okay?
Yeah.
So
Skateboarding.
cut that out.
Okay, what do you get? Wait, I have another question, but when you're done.
Fuck, I forgot it now. Should I talk about when I met Gary Rogers?
Yeah.
Gary Rogers called you the N-word.
Yeah, that's true.
Say it, but
No,
I'll say
don't
no.
say
I'll
it.
say
no. But say the thing that we're gonna say.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, I met Gary Rogers when I went up to San Fran with my brother. I was skating Soma, and I was just kind of like skating around, and I had that fucking hat that I always wear. I'm fucking stupid.
You're fucking 1920.
The fucking I need to sell news. Extra, I need to make money for my gout in my foot.
And then I was wearing some like.
Shut your mouth before I slap your tip.
I was skating like.
I'm sorry.
And I had like some big jacket on or something because it was cold as fuck in San Francisco, and he came in with a fucking grill and shit. Like a big gold fucking grill, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, I think you meant like a grill to barbecue.
No. And he was fucking like just going fucking fast as shit skateboarding and like doing some shit and just getting everybody hyped up. And I was like, oh shit, that's Gary Rogers. What's up?
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, what's up, Gary? And he was like, what's up, dog? You look like a Sherlock Holmes looking Noah. I was like, alright.
And then Miles said Noah.
Mm.
He got shot.
Yeah.
He got shot.
And Gary Rogers then made a skate line about how Miles.
Gary Rogers dropped a paper bomb on Miles. He threw his paper bomb at Miles.
That's his side smash attack.
So that was an experience.
I can't wait to go.
Yeah.
Oh.
San Fran's going down, just so you guys know, and the people listening to the podcast. A San
two people that
Fran
give a
trip
shit.
is going down, and it's going down hard.
Yeah.
Who else?
And I'm going down a hill hard and fucking breaking.
I'm going down a hill hard, and I'm gonna
not going down
die.
any hill.
Yeah.
That's probably the most scariest part. I'm scared for San Fran is like the hills.
It's not even because I'm not even having
mental
plans
state.
to.
I think I have hills down, but honestly, I don't think I do.
After watching Ruben, the video, fucking
That kind of makes me.
almost died.
Honestly, I think the best
I
way
never
for
want
me.
to bomb any hill ever.
What?
I think the only thing that I will do, like like when I skate, I'm like, nah, fuck that. I think the only thing that I would actually do is like, oh yeah, bomb a hill. I like bombing hills,
Bombing Hills is
Fun.
but there's not a lot.
Other than Palm, Hillmont's an underrated hill.
Hillmont.
It's
You know
fucking
about Hillmont?
yes.
Fuck yeah, dude. I used to park
gnarly.
there all the time and just like look at it. Just like, fuck it. And then I used to tell Exploited Deleted. I was like, I'm gonna bomb this one day, and she'd be like, now you're fucking nah. I'm like,
Okay.
I was like, fuck, okay, but now I'm like, fucking do it.
I remember going down Foothill on that dinky little board because that's the only board I had. I had to go downtown and I went up to Foothill because I was like, oh, it can't be that bad. I get to where Foothill starts curving down right when you and I was going down right next to the 40 mile per hour speed limit, and I'm going down and I see pebbles everywhere, and I'm like, and I look at and I'm going past Hillmont, I'm like, I'm just going this fast. Like, there's no way I'm stopping.
It just went wrong.
There's like a level of acceptance that you have to reach where you're like, well, it's either keep going or fuck you.
Let's go bomb some hills next time we go skate. I'm down.
I will not.
I'm down.
You gotta pass.
I'll nollie Trey into Palm. Dude, Brian, let's talk about that.
Oh yeah.
First thing I've ever heard about Brian is that he nollie Trey flipped off of the curb?
I
At
guess
Palm?
so.
I think
No,
it was
he just
off
went-
of the
he
curve
just went-
or
he went
like the
straight
flat
into it.
part.
He just went straight into it.
Yeah, he did nollie tray, and then he just
Motherfucker.
bombed.
I was
Brian?
there. That shit was gnarly.
Brian is so good.
Brian. Oh, Brian.
Byron.
Byron.
Yeah,
That
Byron.
Brian.
Yeah. That was the
Wait.
day I front smith that rail and
No,
I got one. Is skateboarding a sport? 3, 2, 1, go.
If you want.
I mean
a little bit of both.
Fuck
Yes and
yeah,
no.
it is.
Whatever you want, man.
Yeah, either because you always either hear fuck yeah or hell no.
Yeah.
It's whatever you want.
Depends if you want something to like bitch about.
It depends on
Yeah.
how you take it.
Well, it's
It
physical
depends if I'm
activity.
angry or not.
I've never like gone organized practice or built my body up to skateboard.
That's true.
I guess other than like going out and like getting yelled at for fucking skating a curb outside of a grocery store.
I mean, every time you have a skate session, you're always sore the next day, aren't you?
Favorite kickouts.
Favorite kickouts.
What do you mean?
Favorite time.
Favorite time we've been kicked out of the
Yeah.
spot.
I haven't really like gone into like any gnarly ones because I always talk to the people. Like,
You're nice.
I'm just like, oh, hello.
Fuck you.
I got the cop call on me once.
What?
Like it's
Oh,
the
but
stupidest
Moore
thing.
Park.
I was
Moore
like,
Park is
No.
bad. Moore Park is bad.
I was.
Moore Park.
What?
Yeah, when I hit that rail.
What happened?
Oh yeah, when we went to Moore Park
Skate.
I don't
with
remember.
Michelangelo,
The college.
the college when we went.
Oh,
What's with
fuck
that
that
guy with the
fucking rat.
I know. What a cunt.
He's like, I blame Tony Hawk for.
I
doing
blame
it."
Tony Hawk for you guys. We're like, okay. He had such a nasty.
I was like, okay,
to
I'll go tell
everybody.
fucking Tony Hawk that you're mad at him.
Okay, what? Oh wait, hold on. Let me just speed dial him.
Yeah.
Yo, Tony Hawk, they're just full disrespecting.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
900 is
I
us.
looked at that stair set.
What's this?
Remember that stair set where it's like you have to ollie up the curb, then keep going, and then it's like not even a 20 stair, like maybe about 20, like maybe
Oh.
18, 17, 18
Oh, yeah.
stairs, curb, flat.
Yeah.
What?
It's from the parking lot, from the big
It's
parking
the
lot.
one Chris Johnson did.
Fucking terrifying. I
Wait,
want
which
to do
one?
it.
Moore Park College.
Moore Park College.
He did what?
The
there?
big one.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Probably like switched on
That one's big. I'm honestly more scared of that than like the Hollywood 16. It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
I don't know what it looks
Ventura.
like.
What?
Ventura.
El Toro?
Ventura.
What's
Dude, that's not even
21.
Ventura. Don't even start that shit. That spot's
Best-
so whack.
Best Ventura.
There's no
Wait, what's
roll.
Ventura?
There's nothing to it.
Remember
What's
that
the fuck is-
21 star I took you at
When we
at
went?
the missionary church?
Oh, well, that doesn't have any roll up.
Yeah.
I don't know why
If
you're
it-
starting
it'd be
it.
so
Don't
sick,
start it.
though.
Don't start it.
If it had roll up, it'd be fucking so sick.
Bad roll up, it would have been killed.
Yeah.
You were
there
seeing
you go.
grind marks.
Yeah.
You would see blood splatters
All over.
all over my cum.
Let's get along. How much time do we have on this?
5 hours.
This is holy shit. This is already just one bit is already like over an hour.
Has it?
Yeah. Should we
Yeah.
end it? No.
No, keep. Well, unless okay. What other questions do we have?
Alright, let's just hit the topics and then go from there.
Aliens?
Yeah, because if we go to aliens, we'll be here for another
Yeah,
hour.
we have alien superstitions, fears. What the fuck do we do? How you joined, highlights, and local favorites. We already got local favorites, highlights. What do we do? How do you join? Blah blah blah. We didn't hit alien superstitions and fears.
Aliens.
Tony James.
Want to do aliens? Okay. What was the last alien big great alien sighting?
I saw one in the mirror this morning.
It was pretty slow.
It's-
I saw one when I was stalking through Hake's Instagram.
Jake is scary with his alien stories.
It's like his sleep paralysis, like alien stories too.
It's fucking terrifying.
Honestly, bro, I've been kind of like wishing for like some sleep paralysis.
I-
or
no,
like
you
some
don't.
lucid dreaming. Or some lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming sounds
I
I've
want to
never-
do that so bad, but every time I'm
When
like,
Jesse told us about his lucid dream.
dude, he was scaring me,
He
like
was scaring the
literally,
shit out
like
of me.
It
he
was
was
fucking
genuinely. I was
terrifying.
like,
We need to have
okay.
Jesse.
Jesse's
Yeah,
so
dude,
good.
Jesse would be so good. Jesse, Chris, we'll have all the old, not the old timers, but all the OGs from Stereo. Jesse.
Fucking Gramps.
I would love Grams,
Ron.
but it would be so hard for the pod. Like,
It'd
I'd
be
have
so-
to add subtitles. Because no one can't fucking. Like, yeah, guys, I was just going down my head. Like, back in the 1930s, I used to go and take the balls with some boys.
Back when we had segregated water fountains.
He's like, you're lucky you're on that skateboard boy, else I'll avenge you.
Just some like really sus shit.
I remember like Gramps used to like, he was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I think the first time I like genuinely met him was at the cereal contest, and then it was after when like me and like Queb Dog won. He's like, "Fuck yeah!" He's like,
he grabbed your head.
"Headbutt me!" He's just like, he just started headbutting.
He's
Like,
really drunk.
I was like, okay, with this fucking neck brace from giving off too much head.
The contest was fucking
I will never forget that contest. That will probably be highlight of my life.
That's the fucking best.
I haven't done anything better.
That's the oh my god, the shop not being there is like an end of a fucking like era. Yeah. Because we'd always like go skate and then like meet up at the shop. Meet up at the shop.
Meet up at the shop.
It's always meet up.
Usually say we're gonna go skate some street, warm up there, skate some street, but street never happened.
Then we'll go like downtown for like 2 seconds and be like, oh yeah, there's nothing down here. Let's go skate the ramps. Like.
I kind of want to go back now because I think we'll probably have a different mindset because we're so used to like that spot's just down the street, like nah, let's not waste our time there. But like now it's just kind of like let's go skate, especially with LA since like we came back. I just want to like literally skate just Ventura, like no hesitation, like oh we've already been there before, like
yeah,
oh yeah that spot's
yeah.
whack, like just go and get something.
Yeah. I feel like we can go.
I'm pretty sure we can
you
get some
two,
good stuff now.
you two, maybe me have that Pizza Chief, like little air over the planters.
I'm
thing.
down.
Oh yeah, that's a fun one.
Oh shit.
That's a cool little spot. It's fucking launches you though.
Yeah.
Surprisingly for how
I
fucking
don't
tiny
know.
it
I
is.
tried to look at it, but I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll show you. It's fun.
Yeah, find it. We're all losing energy. We're all running on fucking fumes right now.
I'm starving. I haven't eaten all day.
What?
No, because I was not supposed to work
Dad,
today.
you should have told us.
Yeah, we
We're
can
done,
get
you some
food right now.
No, it'll be fine.
After this podcast, you guys want to go all get food?
Circle K.
Circle K.
Because I was not supposed to work today. I was supposed to hang out with you guys at Ojai. But while I was sleeping, I got a call. I was like, yo, I'm throwing up. Yeah, cover my shit. I was like, fuck, dude.
You should have been like,
Nah.
Don't even say anything. He's like, dude, I'm throwing up. Like, okay. And then,
okay then.
I didn't have time to eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So I just went to worked, and then went to you guys, and then skate, and then, yeah. That's pretty much the whole day.
We were like out getting food when you called us. Yeah.
Because you guys finished, right? Finished eating?
yeah, he called us literally like when we were done
That's
eating.
right.
So I was like, fuck, dude.
So, you should have been like,
I'm just
oh, I'm
gonna
coming
go
over. I would have fucking chilled there.
I'm just gonna go get
We're gonna go
energy
Circle
drink.
K.
Go get an energy drink and go play Terraria.
It's like 11. Almost.
Must be nice, bro. You don't have school, huh?
I have school at noon.
Do you even go to school?
Well, like, yeah, that's the cool part is that I get to sleep in.
God.
Is I get to sleep in, but it's
Guess
until
what?
like 6.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you.
I have
Do you
class
go to
at
school, Noah?
8:30
I
tomorrow.
do.
And
I
have
go to
class at
Vista and then I
7:30.
go to the Camarillo one.
So you do go to school.
I do.
Wow, that's good for you.
Little boy.
I thought you died.
No. I dropped out.
Why you dropped out?
No, I didn't drop out.
Wait, so you
What?
made your test, right? So you're good?
I no fucking.
You still haven't gotten your
I
results back?
don't jinx it. Hey, 5 weeks.
5 weeks?
I'm fairly certain that last time I checked, I could be wrong, but it was Saturday. It's Saturday the 20th because that'd be really funny if I get my results on 420. Disclaimer: I do not smoke weed.
I do not.
Nerd.
Hey, man. Weed's for losers.
It is.
That's why I had a teacher in high school
That's why I do
at
it.
Buena that would tell the class that I was smoking weed in class.
Dox them immediately.
Fuck her. Fuck her.
Say your name. Say
No,
your name.
no,
That's
no,
actually
Fuck
no, I'm
Buena.
not gonna say her name.
What's her name? Miss.
No,
Whisper it to my ear. I'll say it.
Miss Dumbledore.
no.
Just lip it.
But you know who the fuck you are. If you
No,
They
they're
would
not
never listen to
watching.
this.
Just say the name. They're never gonna know.
fucking
No, don't do it.
Shut up,
Don't do
Ruben.
it.
Shut up.
Okay,
Say it.
I'll just say it was Miss something. But
No,
Miss
shut up.
T,
You're
Miss
gonna
A.
fucking say
Okay.
it.
Miss who?
It was my biology teacher.
Which is.
Freshman year.
Bonnie.
No, shut up. Let her.
Okay, no, leave it at that. Leave it at that.
No.
Her biology teacher, Bonnie.
Okay, yeah. She fucking, I remember because I had a friend come to me and be like, were you high in class the other day? And I was like, what the fuck? Where the fuck did you hear that? And he was like, oh, my teacher. And I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, I would have rolled
Fucking
into the class.
whore. Fuck her.
Was it a true story?
And then yeah, that's true. I was
do not smoke weed, and then one time she like didn't let me.
Wait, no, but you can't.
She didn't let me go to the
Yours
bathroom
clear.
Why?
because she was like, "No, you didn't do your homework." I was like, "Okay, so."
Loki wish you were serious. I could fuck around.
What are you doing?
We're talking about fucking, dog. We're talking about fucking.
But one time she was like,
Dude,
I asked her if I could go to the bathroom,
Honestly, yeah.
and she was like, "No."
Claire, if you're listening, you're the home girl.
At Claire Bear Blue Hair.
You
But-
a baddie.
She was like, "No." I was like, "Why not?" And she's like, "You didn't do your homework." And I was like, "What will you do if I leave?" And she's like, "I'll call security." And I was like, "So you won't call security if I don't leave the classroom?" And she's like, "Correct." I was like, "So I'm gonna piss in your sink." I said that to her.
Honestly, bro, I would have loved to piss in one of my teachers.
And I got up and started walking towards the sink. She let me out.
I remember there was this one time
I'm
Mr.
gonna piss in your
Foster.
mouth.
Do you know Mr. Foster?
Mr. Foster.
Mr. Foster.
Oh, Mr. Foster's the fucking homie. He's so sick.
I used to fuck with him so hard. I don't know if he loved it or hated
He
it.
went to my.
Wait, go ahead.
He went to my friend's metalcore show once
way.
because he invited him, and he totally showed up. It's so funny. All right, go on.
But he was cleaning out the fish tank and he had to siphon out all the dirty water and he sucked it like, damn, you're giving it the good suck. And he literally just goes. And he's like, really, Alfred? And then he goes back to it. I was like,
Did you
I
set?
love
Did
it.
it?
So I was like, oh, shit.
Did you set a chair on fire?
Tell
Tell the story. I remember because at least told me about this.
Was he in the class?
I
right?
think so. Yeah. But
Dude,
go on.
honestly, bro, I'm still a horrible kid. I'm so low key horrible. Like oh my god.
Don't trust these good vibe Instagram stories.
No, I do love good vibes. I love my. Hey, shut up. I love.
Shut the fuck up. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Some people actually love.
Fuck
that
you
shit.
and your bad vibes.
Get your bad vibes out of here.
But yeah, I also lit a chair on fire because the homie Creature.
Creature.
What's up, Creature, if you're listening. Sorry. But I don't know. I'm not gay, but I swear. I'm super preppy.
What are you?
But yeah, but like we had cologne and stuff. I sprayed my
Axe.
body spray. No, it's Old Spice, bro. I ain't no douchebag. But,
I know,
Hey,
bitch.
3, 2, 1, fuck axe. 3, 2, 1, fuck axe.
Fuck X.
and then I sprayed down the seat, and it was a teacher, Miss Hindley, and we were just fucking around. We're like, dude, and he's like, I got a lighter. I'm like, let's do it, dude. And we lit it up, and it was on fire for a while too. And the teacher's walking around the aisles, and then she comes down our aisle, like, oh, like I literally like I'm trying to pat it out, but it's not going out. So then I slide my butt like on the chair, like just to like X out the flame. I was like, oh fuck. I was tripping. I'm like, dude, I'm in trouble. Like, I'm gonna get my ass whooped.
Did she know?
No, she didn't even say. We were like. And we also used to drink Four Locos.
What the fuck?
I'm not even shitting with you. I'm not even gonna say names. I'm not gonna even say I did it. I'm just saying that there used to be drinking going on in that classroom, and it was actually kind of fun.
Not that I participated.
Not that I participated, but I'm just guessing though. For those people that did it, it was probably fun. Just saying.
I was just an asshole. I didn't go that far. I was just a dickhead.
I'm honestly like, I have some crazy ass stories.
From
I remember-
fucking Buena.
I just
I
don't
remember
talk
I was friends with these two people. I had their class. We were working on an essay, and I had D Rose as my partner.
Oh my god. This is
And-
pre fucking lynching.
Pre-incident, yeah.
Pre-incident.
Pre-incident.
Oh.
No,
And
don't
that-
take it there.
And fucking, there's these two people working on their shit together because it's a group project, and then there's me and D-Rez, and we're like fucking with each other, blah blah blah. Like he'd connect his fucking mouse to our thing, and then start like clicking on shit. And then for some reason, they fucked with our shit and they like deleted one of the panels for our thing, and we were like, oh, we gotta fucking get it back. And D-Rez was like, Miles, turn their computer off. And I was like, okay. And I fucking turned their computer off, and they fucking lost everything.
No.
Everything. They were like 3 clicks away from being done, and it was like a 4-month project.
No way.
Yeah, and I remember the teacher. They're like, Miles,
Is that
just turned
one-
off our computer, and the teacher was like, Miles, why would you do that?
Oh,
I don't know.
If we do that, she'll be like, aw, why
You're
did
like,
I
why
do
did
that?
I
You're like,
do that?
I'm a fucking dick.
I'm really
Fun
hesitant.
fact, they never talk to me ever again.
Oh my
I was like,
god.
Would you like to say their names because they're probably not watching the
I don't
Big
even
Mouth
remember their
podcast?
names.
I'm really hesitant to tell the story, but I'll leave this teacher unnamed. But this teacher, oh fuck, this gives it away already. But
Just say it.
this teacher had hearing problems.
No.
And was not completely deaf, but partially.
Are you talking
And had
about
a
Choo
hearing-
Choo guy?
No, he had a hearing aid. He fucking choo-chooed at me and was like, and called me like inefficient. Like, but no, hold on. Let me finish my story.
About Choo Choo
So
guy.
he's partially deaf. He has hearing aids, and we had a new person in class because they transferred, or not. It was the second semester, so new people were joining that class, and my friend was like, oh yeah, Mr. Taylor like can't hear shit. Oh fuck, I totally said that. Wait.
Oh, well.
Okay.
I'm not cutting that out.
No. Okay. So this teacher can't hear shit, and they're like, really? What? And he's like, yeah, watch this. And as he's walking by, he's like, and Mr. Teacher, I fucked your wife. and all he gets is a. Yeah, he didn't know where it came from or what he heard.
So like, am I tripping?
Hey, Mr. Teacher, I fucked your wife.
Oh my god. But I laughed way too hard at that. He also would just yell
I
like
think we should do a stream of this.
Live stream?
a stream,
Yeah,
a
next
Twitch
time,
stream,
Next
a
time. No,
Twitch
just
stream.
YouTube. No, just YouTube.
Just
Live.
chilling.
I'm in love with
The Moda. You fucking killed Andy when you said that.
I say that at work all the time. Like all the members don't even know what they mean. Like, oh, they're just like,
Ruben,
ah.
tell that story about how this kid like fucking would talk to you about Pokemon. What? Where you're like on the bleachers and you like fucking hit this kid for like.
Oh no! I brought my Game Boy to school, right? I was just playing my fucking my stupid fucking Pokemon game, and it's like, and the stupid like white kid comes up, just sits right next to me on the bench, and he just pulls out my cartridge as I'm playing the game.
I'm gonna fucking kill them.
It's like Pokemon Yellow, and I'm like, bro, and I got so mad, I just like smacked him off the fucking bleachers. I didn't think I smacked him that hard, but he like fell off.
You're too strong,
Can I
dude.
tell you guys a story about how I was in what 2nd or 3rd grade and I beat up some 5th graders?
Oh yeah! You fucking ganged up on some 5th graders.
Yes, dude, I had problems. I think it was the Avenue.
The Avenue brought it out of me, fool.
Dude, honestly, bro, the Avenue is what really hit, like my inner like gangster slash like fucking bad boy
Delinquent.
side.
That's a good idea.
Because I used to do fuck shit. And I beat up some fucking 5th graders. We were in the restroom and I forgot what they were saying. This memory's kind of
All you can
Fuzzy?
hear is buddy blows, buddy blows.
no. I think we were talking and then like
Miles, where's your
oh, it was because me and my
There's a
friend
toilet,
went to go
the
use the
bathroom.
You
restroom.
go out and then all the way to the right.
Because
all
me
the
and
way
my
to the right,
friend
to the
had to
left.
go use the restroom. And then they're like, oh, I forgot how it started, but they're like, oh, these kids think that they could beat us up. And then like my friend was like, come on, like I guess we're gonna fight. And all I remember, it's weird because I don't really remember a lot, but I just remember like getting on top of one of them and slamming their face like on the wall.
My god!
On the wall, and then a teacher walks in, and while I'm doing, I'm like I didn't know, oh fuck, but like it was basically like an oh fuck moment, like oh fuck. And even my mom, like I don't even remember getting punished. Like my mom was just like, what the fuck? Like she remembers telling me the story. She's like, they called me up to the office saying you got in a fight, and I was worried, and they're like, yeah, like they said, I guess like this is the only reason why I know, like it was kind of like, oh yeah, because like my mom was like, oh yeah, they called me and they said like, oh yeah, you're like the reason why it started was because like they said like, oh like your son can't like beat us up or like something like that. So then I guess
Your mom was like.
my mom was all like, my no. But
I got
yeah,
into a fight.
I'll never forget that moment. Alright, as much as I can remember.
I got in a fight playing waterfall, and I broke my nose 4 times.
Yeah, sports sound like they cause a lot of fights.
They do, because everybody's like, I'm better than you. I'm fucking. Look at my penis. It's so large.
You know,
and you're like,
Shut up, Miles.
Maybe just the people like watching it, they got also like super into like fights, like the team.
That's why skateboarding is not. That's why everyone
I'm
debates why
honestly
skateboarding
really
is a
hyped
sport.
about it going to the Olympics. So.
Like, whatever,
It's
but
so-
I don't care.
I'm gonna watch
Yeah, exactly.
it.
It's just like another X Games, except they don't get fucking paid.
People keep bitching
No,
about
they
it,
get
but it's just
paid.
another
Olympic athletes don't get
Olympic
paid.
gamers are gonna get paid.
Olympic
Oh,
gamers.
shit.
Olympic gamers like
Epic
Olympic
gamers are gonna
players-
get paid.
Olympic players are gonna get paid shit ton. Because on top of that, sponsored
Sponsors.
ads,
Well, yeah, but like
sponsored ads, being on the team, getting gold, getting everything, and then from there going on,
You just
their career escalates even more than it is. Like Nyjah, if they win,
Nigel Ari's like fucking.
he's at the
swimming
peak.
it.
He's probably the richest guy right
dude,
now.
if Yudo joins Japan, or where's Yudo from? Japan or what? From one of the
Should be
Asian
a citizen.
continents.
Yeah.
But like, that'd be
What?
I don't remember why I was pointing at you.
Fucking food. You say too big.
Can we talk about MILFs? Because I love them.
Everyone hide your mom. Alfred is
Yeah.
is coming for you.
If you brought your mom to the skate park and you see me there, you best get her out of
Like,
there.
you
as
best
soon
hide
as
your
you
mom.
can.
That is like not even exaggeration. Like I'll look over it. I'll see a mom come in with your kid, and like I'll look over at Alfred, and Alfred would totally be like, "I was looking at you, and I was thinking." Like,
Go to Marcus. Go to Marcus.
No, do you remember one time we were at Holborn and I was not flirting enough, but we were talking to this.
Yeah!
woman. I was like, damn, you're gonna get this right.
he lost the ability
I
to
will
skate.
give you another baby.
I'm gonna be your stepdad.
We gonna skate together now, son.
Alfred loves hot moms.
I don't know why I love older chicks. I think I've always loved older chicks, but like my job really brought it out of me. My job really was like fueled the fire. There's some. If there's any yacht club members listening and you're down to get with, just hit me up.
Oh my god.
I'm not even gonna say names, but you know who you are.
You know who you are.
Stop
you hot
flirting
moms.
with me.
Well, or keep on doing it.
It's okay.
Or keep on doing it. It's okay.
I have a girlfriend. Ha! Son?
Got him.
Got a maid, bitch. Got a mistress.
Imagine if that's how Waka Flocka just talked, because he had like some like
In
weird
real life.
Asperger's that he was like,
I got a maid, bitch.
We did it back.
I got a mistress.
He's like, I think I'm gonna go.
I think I'm gonna call you.
I think I'm gonna
Close your
stay.
eyes. I think I'm gonna call.
All right. Derrick, starting with you, favorite meme currently.
I was
Go.
gonna say that.
Currently?
Yeah, current favorite meme.
No. Derrick, what's your favorite category in?
No.
No.
Pornography.
Not
No.
let's not say that. Let's just say,
What's your favorite category?
Ugly
yeah, what's your
bastard.
favorite category? What'd you say?
It's an ugly bastard.
Fucking Elma Smego sucking dick once again.
Edward Smugface.
Favorite meme currently. Go.
Favorite meme currently?
I like Shaggy for a bit.
It was hardcore Shaggy for a bit.
Yeah, sure.
Wow, it's Derek's answer.
Wait, Derrick.
This is fucking.
What's your favorite meme right now?
I don't have a favorite, but I do know they.
What makes you laugh? Which memes make you laugh at this moment a lot? Like,
No, it's not making me laugh. It's that my friends were just singing this to me like, "You was that?" Or like, "Derrick."
dude, he's an SB.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking.
I didn't know that. My homie I was like, he sent me like, he had something on his story about him. I was all like, I was like, do you even know why the fuck he's a meme? He's like, no, I don't, but I honestly like fuck with him because he's local. I'm like, no, he's not. He's like, yeah, SB. I'm all like,
Damn.
oh, okay. I don't understand. Why is he
Local?
meme?
I don't know, cause I think it was just corny. It was just corny. I mean, the official music video was like filmed like fucking vertically on an iPhone, of him like standing there like with
a
like
drink and like chain.
Yeah,
Is
with,
that
like-
the whole video?
yeah, it's just him like mouthing the words.
It's him doing a TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay, Alfred, favorite meme, go.
Favorite meme? It'd probably have to be the one where it's like, did you come in your sister? And then
Lexi, you ever shut the fuck up?
no, not that
The
one
kids.
where it's all like, do you just always come in girls and not say anything? And then
Oh, yeah.
let's do the part of the guy from SpongeBob what is he eating?
He's
Like
eating
a
marshmallows. He's
marshmallow.
going. He goes.
But hold on, insert video here. Okay, it's easy because I have it on my phone.
Miles 3, 2, 1, go.
Mine? Fuck.
I always.
Thanos car.
Thanos car.
Thanos cock.
Yeah.
My roller.
Get. Oh, kiss.
I fucked with the little the Soldier Boy one. Right? I fucking love this.
Yeah.
Or also the one where it's all like, where it distorts.
Fart knows me like.
where it distorts it. Like, when I was a lady, I do it.
I was a girl. Oh my God! There's literally soap everywhere.
the fucking
The
Jimmy Neutron one. Where
Actually,
he's like,
Oh, piss your pants, maybe.
The car one.
my favorite one.
or he's like,
Are you gonna finish that croissant?
No, the fucking. All right, Miss Frau, I'm finna head out. I think my current favorite one is the video of this chubby little black kid. I feel so bad for him. He's talking to this girl and he's like, all right. And then he starts singing that Shawn Mendes song. He's like, da-na-na-na-na-na, and this girl starts laughing at him in his face. And he stops singing. He gets a real big frown on his face. He's like, fuck you. So fucking funny.
Mine has to be Bad Luck Brian.
Shut the fuck up.
That's it. Out of the podcast.
Top 10 memes of all time.
Bad Luck Brian.
Number 10.
Face.
Number 1.
You and Miles are on the watch
Roman
list.
I'm on the watch list.
You guys are on the watch list.
blacklisted.
We're on the
You guys are
pedophile
yellow
watch
card
list.
right now. You guys are yellow card.
My dad has a green one.
God damn it.
Favorite skate park?
In town. Fillmore.
NBC, Ventura County, Fillmore,
Ox Park.
and Ox.
I like
Ox
Fillmore.
Park is a shit. I
like
every
Fillmore.
time I go, I always find new lines.
Right now, my absolute favorite, Pirate. I like Pirate.
Pyro's always fun, but then once when you get there, you're like, oh fuck, and then it's like, oh okay, whatever, and then
It's
like
very much
eh,
like
eh,
a pass through.
yeah, everyone just kind of like just sticks to one thing. Like me and you will just kill like the magic juice of the
Magic
bowl.
That's why I love it. It goes,
It has
it launches
magic
you so high perfectly.
It launches you perfectly. It does your inverts perfectly. That's where I'm gonna learn my frontside invert.
Yeah.
It's Pyro.
And then that keyhole makes you feel like a god.
Dude, that keyhole makes you feel like a god when you go through it. Ah.
Like that clip where I frontside air and you fucking smack the
yeah.
sticker on it.
Honestly, bro, let's go back to Great Mom moments. That's probably one of the top ones.
Epic great
First try to, we're like, oh, let's just do a sticker. We're like, oh, okay, let's hope.
You were like, I don't know if we can do it. And then I let it, and the look at his face is just like.
And it's all slow-mo too. Just you see my whole expression. Just go, turn to the camera and go, oh. Insert clip now.
It's me inserting my clip.
That was me inserting my
Why does it sound like that when you do that?
What do you mean?
Why does it sound
This is bodily functions, you fucking asshole.
Okay, guys, so that was the first. We're gonna conclude it there. That was the first podcast, and if you guys like this, then share it.
Remember,
and
like, subscribe, show your uncle, show your mom, show your moms if they're hot.
Yeah, and tell them to hit me up, please.
Remember, subscribe, and subscribe to.
Whatever the fuck you're watching this on.
Subscribe to.
What's your last thing to say before we close up the podcast?
I love you, Chris.
I'm a convicted pedophile in the Ventura County area. No, do not. No, okay, cut that out. Please cut that out. Please cut that out.
I'm not cutting it out. Go ahead, continue. Last thing to say, real shit. What's your last thing to say? Whether it's like you want to tell someone for
Rest in
like.
Fuck gentrification.
Fuck skateboarding. Fuck skateboarding, but I love it with all my heart.
Alright, Ruben.
my shorts?
Shut up.
Okay, fine.
Shout out my shorts.
Okay, your turn, Miles.
Mine? I just miss Sadio.
Oh, okay, I changed my last quote to.
Nope.
Fuck you, you lost it.
Fuck you.
You're already a convicted pedophile.
Yeah.
You're
No!
No, James Conn living on Dakota Drive.
Cut that out!
What about you?
Me would just say, just continue having fun, guys. Love one another. Spread positive vibes.
Don't fuck your sister.
Yeah, don't fuck your sister.
Fuck you, I'll do what I want.
Oh no.